Alrighty. We should be
Are we live?
I think we're live, bro.
Nice, dude. Well, it's good to see you, Michael. Hope
Good
you've had
to
a
see
good
you
weekend
too.
so far. It's about to end.
Yeah, no, it is, I think.
Hey, any given Sunday, the Browns just beat the Niners, right?
Yeah, but I think that the Niners had about as many injuries as us, so we'll see.
Oh, shit. They're injury-ridden right now.
Oh, yeah, they lost, I think, Debo and Christian McCaffrey in the same game today.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah, man.
They always seem to be dealing with the injury bug, like more so than other teams.
Yeah, it has been something that's kind of followed them. Go Sports Ballers, DJ. Well, welcome everybody.
Shows you the level of fandom DJ is of sports ball.
Sports ball,
which is fine. We all have our interests. Just sports ball is not one of DJ's.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, you can get lost in it.
The Honor Beer Thieves or the Honor Amongst Thieves. It's a good one.
Yes.
Should think about a line extension.
Is that Caldwell?
That's Sinistro.
Oh, Sinistro. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good too. Might have an extra one. What's up, Kenny?
What's going on,
Roy,
Kenny?
Eric.
V23, the new flathead LE that came out. Dude, Michael, are you gonna start with the new camera?
Oh yeah. I brought it just for you, man. I just watched your review while I was working out.
It is for a $7 Cameroon, dude. It's money.
There's very little that isn't, right? With Mr. Sanj Patel. Happy birthday to Sanj too.
Yeah, happy belated. If he watches this at any point. Remember those cigars under $10. That's a good idea. You know, it'll be like the kind of like a buyer's guide, essentially. Something that EKB would do.
Indeed,
I'm going to start with you too, Michael. I'm going to start with the Cameroon as well.
Both firing up the Cameroon. Nice. Thank you for joining me today.
Dude, for sure. We went to the Lion Air Museum, which is essentially attached to John Wayne Airport, right next to where we live. It was tight. It was saw a B-17 Flying Fortress. Like they had like a bunch of old World War II planes there. They had a Mercedes there as well, who is owned by a certain someone. I don't want to like say his name and trigger stuff for YouTube, but yeah, it was a certain Mercedes owned by a certain somebody that was there. So that was interesting.
Yeah, I think that I have enough warnings to last me for the rest of the year.
Yeah, we'll keep certain words and names out of this for you.
Especially right now, man. That's a hot button.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I enjoy the occasional museum here and there. Got a chance to go to the Louvre when I was in Paris. That was cool.
That takes it to another level. The Louvre. It's a different, obviously different kind of museum too. Like where we're at was like right on the tarmac. Like you saw planes coming in and taking off. It was like my wife loves the plane spot, and I join her. It's cool to see too,
right?
But different vibe
for sure.
$7 Cameroon, that's money, is the industry killer RS88 Cameroon that came out recently.
And that is what we are smoking, Trey Day.
Yep.
Go Bills.
It is bomb. Go Bills. Shoot.
I got my Giant stuff on, man. Trying. Trying to give you guys a good fight today. That's about all I got.
Have you smoked anything else today, Michael? Or is this your first cigar?
This is the first cigar today.
I like that. Get to fully experience this unobstructed.
Yeah, the wife and I, we woke up early and we were just doing chores, housework, school stuff. She just went back to college 2 years ago, and she's like one semester away, or a year and a half ago. She's like one semester away from her associates. And then I just signed up for classes too because my work started to offer them. So
that's tight, dude.
Yeah. I figure I might as well round out.
What do you want to go back for?
Web design.
Okay. That could help.
Yeah. I figured that it's something that I'm going to do anyway, so I might as well learn from somebody.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah. I don't know where I'm going to find the time, but I'm going to try.
Yeah, your schedule is pretty deep already.
Yeah. Sunday scaries. We're gonna see how this game develops. Might be scary.
This will be the Sunday scary for Giants fans.
I figure that, you know what, if it goes really bad, then I can always, for the second cigar, switch to something really strong.
Yes. Here we go. All right, that's a touchback. Class 34 bundled sticks from Cigar Page. Haven't heard of that. But we have heard of Cigar Page. It's pretty good stuff.
They have a channel too.
Mike Martin's comments, dope. Nice. I that's one Saka cigar I still haven't tried yet.
You have one, right?
I don't think I do. No, I don't think I do.
I found a couple that I have left. I'll include it in your bomb that I have going out.
Thank you, sir. Is that because I know they just came out for like all the retailers, right? Before they're only available at Smoke Inn, but I think they're just recently released for anybody. Yeah,
I think that as long as you have maybe like a couple of facings of Dunbarton, you're good to go. I don't think that he holds people's feet to the fire the same way that like other brands do.
Opus.
Yeah, or like Drew Estate Ligas.
Mm-hmm.
Let me let the cat out real quick. 1 sec.
Okie dokie. 3-2. Oh, the Bills have lost 2 games so far this year. Shoot.
Yeah, they kind of got off to a slow start.
I know they lost to. Did they lose in Miami? Was that one of the games they lost?
No, they beat Miami, if I'm not mistaken. That was one of the games that they won.
Who have they lost to so far?
It was like a couple of really weird losses in the beginning, first couple of weeks. They lost to, let's see here. Somebody will probably type it in by the time I look it up.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills. So they lost to the Jets.
Oh, yeah, the first game.
Yeah, they beat the Commanders. They beat the Raiders, beat the Dolphins, and they lost to the Jaguars last week.
How the hell did that happen? Well, they're Trevor Lawrence. They're a lot better than they have been.
Yeah, that was another team that I feel like kind of came off slow, and then they started to find their way a little bit. They put up, what, like 40 today?
I didn't look at it. The only other score I know from today is the Commanders score, because my wife's a Commanders fan, obviously, so I watched that game.
Right.
Yeah, and the Commanders won. So they're 500 now.
Yep, the Eagles lost. I mean, there was
the Eagles lost?
The Eagles lost to the Jets, man.
I gotta text my wife right now.
Yeah, dude. Up deep bomb. Looks like somebody got tripped up, and that's probably going to be pass interference, no? Oh, they just wrapped their legs. Okay. Get off the field, Buffalo. We'll take as many punts from Buffalo as we can get.
As much as you can get.
Mm-hmm.
And the Niners lost today, so there's no more undefeated teams.
Correct.
And U-Boat's another soccer one, right?
Yeah, and I think that this year he actually went from a full 10-count box in the Churchill size or double Corona, whatever those normally come in, and did like what, an 8-count of the Churchills, and then 2 of like the like mini grenades or whatever included in it.
Okay, kind of like like a pig.
Yeah, kind of. Peter and I were chatting about it yesterday because he had said that his just came in.
Okay. That guy is a big DTT fan.
That, and I think that the shop that carries the U-Boats, because that's a store exclusive, is like one of his local stores, right?
That helps.
This is fantastic, though.
Yeah. So far, you're digging it.
Dude, man, like I remember in your review you were saying that like the first third, second third were like super highlights, and then it kind of tails off a little bit in the final third, but still great for the price point and Cameroon and all that stuff. But like, yeah, that cardamom, the sunflower note, the sunflower seeds that I get off of a Cameroon, that's like my signature flavor. It's all there, man. It's delicious.
To me, it's like it's very close, very, very close to a Don Carlos. If not better in some ways, more dynamic.
So good. Yeah, man, your Pats are ruining my draft pick right now. So you guys got to win some games. Although we came out with the throwback jerseys and those giant helmets tonight, man, that's my favorite logo of ours.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. The old school, like late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, like the helmets I love. The color of the jerseys looks too much like the Bills. So that I don't like, but it's kind of coincidental that we're playing the Bills with them on.
You really see the similarities.
Dude. Out of the box and loved it. And went back and it was disappointed.
Oh, shit. Lame. So, yeah, anybody who's like, I guess I'm just inherently going for the Giants since they're the underdogs and they're Michael's team. But I'm sure it's happened at some point, depending on how long it's been from when you got them in to when you had your second one and was disappointed. It could be going through a sick period. So like maybe once you get them in, like it's for whatever reason, I've had it to where I get a cigar in and I get a box in and I'm too impatient. So I smoke it that day and it's fucking fantastic. Sometimes I get them in, and I wait, whatever. So who cares about that? But sometimes I get them in, it's fantastic. Then yes, a lot of the time cigars will go through somewhat of a sick period as they acclimate to your humidor, as they acclimate to the temperature and humidity of like what you keep your stuff at.
Look at your background with the Basset Hound. Oh man, I can't do this. Where are we at here? Look at that. Look at that guy. Look at that guy.
Yeah.
I like the decorations, bro. That's awesome.
It's a wiener dog, but it's close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough, dude.
No, man.
Well, yeah, there's a pumpkin like right up there somewhere that I threw into a pot. I can barely see it. Yeah, that thing moves around. It's bouncing in the breeze.
Ghost is moving. Looks good.
Yeah. I did it because for the spirit of Halloween, and I figured like it's like halfway through the month. I haven't done it yet, so gotta get in while I can. I suck at that stuff, dude.
Well, last year you dressed up and you did a review dressed up, but you didn't decorate the background, right?
That was 2 years ago. Fuck, man, it's crazy thing. It's been 2 years, but yeah, that was the first year that I did the channel. And then last year I did some bullshit stuff like this, just barely anything back there. Most minimal effort possible.
I mean, it doesn't really take that much to do some webs and a banner and, you know, some pumpkins and my little tree edition this year, which I have to turn on.
Oh, nice. My wife and I are wondering, because we never done the web. Is the web something that you can reuse, or just something that you use for that year, then you have to throw away because it's a mess?
I bought two, and this one is the one from last year that I did not use. I threw away the one last year just because, like, out here, desert, dirt, wind, the web kind of gets like dirt granules in it, and it's just like, yeah, it's not something.
It's a web. It's meant to catch stuff.
Yeah, and it caught a lot of dust. So, yeah, I didn't want to reuse it. I just threw it away after last year. I mean, they were like $2, so for a pack.
Yeah.
But I think going back to smoking it out of the box, there's definitely the sick period thing with Cubans that can happen when there's like that extra fermentation going on in the box, because most of the time they ship them pretty wet. And I think that's really the only times that I've ever noticed like cigar number 2 or cigar number 3 out of the box isn't necessarily as good as cigar number 1 out of the box.
And by, say, like in 6 months' time, if the cigars that you got from that box don't if they don't perform to the level of the first one that you had, then it's just shit luck. And for whatever reason, you got the one good one out of the box.
Yeah.
Or at least the ones that you've had so far. Because that does happen. And it sucks that it does. It doesn't happen frequently, but it is possible. Once again, handmade product is what it is.
Wow, this is a good one. Sorry, Seth. I'll go back to yours. But assuming your team doesn't make the playoffs, which you don't have to worry about really. But let's say that the Chiefs didn't make the playoffs. Who would you be rooting for?
Well, probably the other team I would be most apt to root for would be the Commanders. And tough division. I don't think they would make the playoffs, but say like a team that's if the Chiefs didn't make the playoffs, that would mean it'd probably mean most likely the Chargers or the Raiders would be making the playoffs instead, not the Broncos for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But I'd probably root for one of those teams, even though they're AFC West rivals. I have friends who have ties to those teams. Obviously, SoCal, LA Raiders at one point, then Oakland, now Vegas Raiders, semi-local to here, and then the Chargers, the LA, San Diego, now LA Chargers. So I'd probably root for them just so my friends could have a chance to experience, a deep playoff run / Super Bowl potentially.
That makes sense. I mean, I would be okay with the Raiders just because it's now our local team, and it would be cool to see that happen again. I would also be okay with the Chargers because my younger brother was a Chargers fan for a while, especially when LaDainian Tomlinson was in like the peak of his career and breaking all those records. So I would be cool with the Chargers. I have a lot of friends that are Chargers fans too, just by proximity to California.
Yeah. I would be sad though, because if the Chargers did win a Super Bowl, I would be sad though, because it would be without Phillip Rivers, and Phillip Rivers was their quarterback for so long. And he was like, such a cheesy guy, but also very damn good too. And it's just sad he never, I don't think he even got to a Super Bowl. He didn't get to one. He didn't play in one, didn't win one. So I feel bad for that reason.
Above all the teams, it would still be the Dolphins for me because
you used to be a Dolphins fan, right?
I was a Dolphins fan when I was a Dan Marino fan specifically, but I loved all the Miami Dolphins when I was a kid. My dad was a huge Dolphins fan, so like I was kind of with the rest of the family as a Giants fan too, but it worked out because it was AFC, NFC. So I would still put the Dolphins up there, and I told my dad, I was like, it would be so cool if the Dolphins made it this year. Because, Dan Marino with his commercial, he could just like maybe tell them, hey, sign me to a one-day contract and let me snap the ball at the end.
Yeah.
Just to say that I did it.
Yeah. That would be so hilarious.
That'd be great. 5-pack of industry killers. Which one should I buy? Well, I mean, they're all good.
Like, what kind of profile do you like? Like, what are some of your favorite cigars currently?
Yeah,
That would be the follow-up question. And then, like, Sanj has a flavor for everything that you could be looking for.
pretty much. I think the Don Carlos showcases the Cameroon leaf. You know,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but I think that the Don Carlos also has a really strong Cameroon leaf to it.
It's just, man, I don't know. Like, I'll need to smoke a Don Carlos again because I just remember Don Carlos, super sweet, syrupy sweetness, and super nutty. You get that, like, kind of like that Fuente cedar, like the cedary Fuente note that you get with like all of them. Plasencia Sixto. So that's probably the non-Maduro version. The one with the green band and not black band. I would say go for the Habano. The RS88 Habano. That would probably be where you'd be most at home at.
Agreed. Smoking on the SP Red Robusto. Sanj can do no wrong.
Great cigar. Love that cigar in Robusto. I just had one last night in Toro. Fantastic. Yeah,
that'll be what I default to once this game gets out of hand. I'll just go to one of those Churchills that you sent me in the black line.
Fuck, man. Those things are huge. 7x54. And that's like, it's a pretty robust blend on top of that.
Yeah. It's and
looks
powerful.
Yeah,
Churchill.
This guy, the Rukusolana, his first Cameroon will be this one. Any other Cameroon worth mentioning? Well, we're talking about the industry killer RS88 Cameroon. I don't know. We can't suggest where to buy it, but they're only available for purchase in the U.S. or U.S. retailers, anyways. Just do your own research, and
Google's your friend.
Yeah, and there are retailers who will ship international.
Mm-hmm.
That sell this cigar. Pick my cigar, Monty. Well, you picked it yourself. That's not depending on the Monty. If it's a Cuban number 2, then you're in good hands. Yeah, man, Dom Patron's bomb. That was on. I mean, underappreciated, but we both had it on our Cigars of the Year list last year. Well, you had the Figurado, but it's essentially the same blend. Just the one you had more aged tobacco in it.
Yeah, and I didn't get a chance to smoke the Toro last year. As a matter of fact, I still have the one that you sent me. That's just sitting.
You still have you not had the Dom Patron? Have you not had that cigar yet?
No,
dude. It's been almost a year.
I know,
dude. So good. So good. Damn, freaking gnats are out today.
Oh man, I had bugs attacking me out here yesterday when I was reviewing.
It's no fun, man.
I was smoking. What did I review yesterday? I reviewed the. God, I was really looking forward to it as well. It was from Peter. It was the Lost Angel by Crowned Heads because of the Halloween theme, and it kind of like fits a little bit. And it was from 2021. And on my table that I have in front of me, there was like a black hornet or something, black ant, that fell onto the table and got up and started charging me from the table. So I smash the table and the cigar falls off the rest, cracks the wrapper, but luckily it was like right where the band was. So I was able to like keep my hand on it for the whole entire time. And we made it through the review. But yeah, I was like being attacked left and right out here. Oh, Darius Slayton had a nice catch. Look at Tyrod out here throwing the ball.
Nice, man. Oh, that's Tyrod Taylor. That's the backup tonight?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Daniel Jones is out with a stiff neck and a sore puss.
Yeah, he had a rough week last week, apparently.
Man.
Sore puss.
I love the kid. I really do. I need him to take some shots, man. Like, you know, there's opportunities there. I understand the line is like crumbling every second, but throw the ball, man. Get it out. Make them respect you.
Yep.
You got to take some shots. I'm a fan. You know, I smoked one on my channel, and I haven't had a bad Luciano cigar, I don't think, on the channel. The ATL was really good.
No, he's talking about AJ.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Maria. Yeah,
the ones that have the Templar on it, right?
I have not had those.
Templar guy. Yeah, I haven't had those either. I may have had one like over a decade ago, but it's been a long time. I'm not the biggest AJ guy, you know, so I'm not going to go around and try all of his stuff that he has available.
That's a good question.
It's an in-depth question, too.
One of the ones that I like the most that really helped me with bartending and mixology was the Flavor Bible, surprisingly enough. Because they just go off of ingredients and then give you like the best ingredients to pair with that ingredients. And then they have like little families, like they call them, I think, flavor affinity families, where they'll group them together. So it's like if you're taking, you know, throw it out there, like cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, plus yogurt or plus this or plus that, so that you could treat it from a chef's perspective, or you could treat it from like a bartending perspective. And if you're utilizing ingredients that have those flavors, you can start at what is the flavor. And I really like that for cigars as well, because of the fact that we all perceive flavors differently. It's all subjective. So it's like if I get sunflower seeds on this cigar and Cigar Hound Dog gets cardamom. Well, you could look in something like the Flavor Bible and go, okay, there's cardamom spice. What does cardamom spice work well with? Well, it works well with thyme, or it works well with basil, or it works well with mint, or it works well with, you know, so on and so forth. And it's like, okay, so I take that spice and then I'm like, well, maybe I'll make myself a mojito because that has mint in it. You know, it's going to be refreshing and effervescent. So that's how I like to use it. And I have quite frequently reference the Flavor Bible when I'm going through my pairings, because I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I taste, you know, this flavor. What can I pair it up with to make it complementary? But I think that's a really good one. As far as like other, I really don't know of like a program that goes through pairings, unless it's like an adjunct to what they're already doing. So like you go to a cheesemonger and they might have a pairing course for how to pair cheese with wine or how to pair cheese with different foods. And it's like you're getting that as kind of an adjunct to whatever cheese they're selling.
Dude, side note, I had some really freaking good cheese from Whole Foods called Robusto Gouda. I keep wanting to say Robusto Gordo. Robusto Gouda is so, it's like, you know, yeah, it's dry, but it's like so freaking creamy at the same time. Then I check and it's like $20 a pound. I'm like, fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
because my wife, she likes to go in the Whole Foods cheese section. They have this basket full of like very small amounts of cheeses that you can get. You can try like different types for like $2 for like a little teeny brick.
Yeah.
So I had that and like, that's really fucking good. Fuck, it's really fucking expensive, but so good. I'll probably bite the bullet and, you know, especially during the holidays, you know, have like, you know, cheese plates and shit. Probably bite the bullet and grab some
charcuterie boards.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep that little quarter of a wheel. What is it, like 1.5 pounds of Manchego at all times from Costco? Love that thing.
As a palate cleanser, right?
Just to enjoy. Just to enjoy.
I just like it.
I just like it. The best cheese for cleansing your palate, and it's not even really like that high quality, is usually like white or light American cheese. Oddly enough.
Okay.
Just you could use like Swiss as well, but that tends to be a little bit more pungent. But like white American cheese, it's just so basic and like linear.
Yeah. Oh, there's a flag.
We got linemen coming out. We got a 1st and goal for the Giants. Look at this. Look at us.
My very legal stream. My very legal stream must be a little bit delayed.
Yeah, they just. I think they might have crushed Tyrod Taylor on that play.
Yeah.
Where'd this cat go? Oh, there you are. I just got to get eyes on you, bro. That's all. Make sure that you're not over here trying to pick off one of these pigeons. Let's take a dab of vanilla extract. 3-hour window of no gnats. Huh.
That's good.
Nice.
It's good to know. To vanilla extract. Okay.
Saquon. So the Davidoff Escurio, I have only had once, and I really don't remember it or loving it. I have one in the humidor. Maybe if the game gets out of hand, that might be another direction that we can take it.
If there's a blend that I can see Davidoff kind of phasing out and discontinuing, I can see it being the Escurio, because it's. I've had it maybe like 3 or 4 times. Damn.
Wowzers.
Yeah, I don't know where you guys are at in the stream, but yeah, it's Saquon just made like made something out of nothing. But
I am at 4 minutes and 6 seconds.
I'm at 4:24.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit delayed. But yeah, each time I've had it, it's been a pedestrian to maybe pleasant cigar, and it's just always been one of those there. It's just a cigar that's just there, you know, nothing special.
The tar question.
Didn't somebody say like Saka said it was like because of like rotten, like something about the tobacco being rotten or just like improper. I don't know, but I heard somebody say like Saka talking about it in an interview that it's due to just rotten tobacco.
Yep. That is what I recall as well. It is the best from Costco. Hell yeah. That Manchego deal, got to get after it. Left hand up. Who are we, the Commanders? I like that. What's up, Roger? How are you, sir? I made your shipping label today and boxed everything up. So your stogie should arrive in a couple of days. Got a bomb back. And thank you for the bomb this weekend. I didn't have a chance to load the video, but that'll probably go up on Tuesday.
Dope, dude.
Yeah, Roger just started his channel, so if anybody's interested, he does some really nice reviews and just overviews on sticks, working man cigars.
Recently, nice. I'll need to check him out.
Cuba gave me following cigars opened. We get a field goal? All righty, 3-0 Giants. Hey, we are winning right now, okay? Timestamp it, mark it. The Giants have a lead in the first half. This is the first time this whole entire year, okay, that we have a lead in the first half.
That's something. That's saying something.
Took 5 games, but we're here now.
And this is a Michael question for sure.
I've never smoked an open. Full disclosure, I have not smoked an open. I've heard that the blends have gotten better from their original release. Hoya de Monterrey's I've always enjoyed. So, depending upon the Hoya, you know, it's they have some classic lines and are usually always very good.
I've always wanted to try the double Corona Hoya de Monterrey. I've heard really good things about that one.
The double Corona, man, that's a classic.
Yeah.
The Babel cheeses, man, those are really good. Those are super light as well. I can see them being a really good palate cleanser. They're just so small. I want more cheese.
I like the Nationals. Their nickname's the Nats, so yeah, I think that's what he's getting at.
Whoops, skipping stuff here. Good lighter brand for outdoor.
It's anything that's not soft flame.
Just get outdoor. A blue flame.
Then yeah, there you go.
Just get a blue flame. Yeah, you know, whether it's Zippo or whatever.
Xikar, Jetline.
Yeah,
they'll all do the trick.
I do like Xikar and Zippo because of their warranties. I'm not sure what Jetlines is like, but.
Yeah, I don't know what Jetlines is like as far as warranties go.
I can speak to Zippo and Xikar always standing behind their product for sure. Oh, what's up with the thumbs down? What is that? Why can't we?
Well, okay, look, the thumbs up is weird enough, but now somehow Michael's getting a thumbs down by his face. That's straight up fucked up.
What ghost software is doing this to me?
Apparently, they don't like the Xikar or Jetline warranty, whoever it is or whatever it is.
Supreme Leaf Perfect. That's a very ostentatious name for your cigar.
The Perfecto, I believe.
Oh, okay. There it is. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. This is good.
I wouldn't want to smoke inside in my own place, you know. If I ever do, because I rent, so if I ever do, like, you know, once I own a home, there'll be a sealed off, you know, cigar lounge portion of the house, you know, like an office or whatever. They'll be outfitted with rabbit air, like whatever that would have to be done to make sure no smoke got into the house. Yeah, I mean, I'm in Southern California. You know, it's temperate weather all year. So it's very, very, it's a luxury to be able to do this, you know, in Southern California. Dude, Texas Taurus.
What up?
Good to see you, man.
Mike
his last
enjoyed
KFC Muwat.
Oh no, that's like his favorite.
Stanking at my humidor.
Ooh, Josh Allen put it on him for a nice gain on that one. There is a flag, but I think it might be pass interference.
And Michael, what are your thoughts on ST DuPont?
You know, like it's one of those things where if you can afford it, it's a beautiful piece of art, and like the ping and everything else, it's a luxury good. You know, it's the exact same way that I feel about Burberry wallets and Gucci belts, man. Like, it'll last for forever. It's made with exceptional quality, and it's far, far overpriced and out of most people's price range just to do a simple thing like be a belt or a wallet or a lighter.
Yes. Yeah. If you have the extra income, go for it. But a lot of other lighters do the exact same thing.
Yeah. You know, Clutch, I feel like you see most of what we smoke in a month just based off of our postings. It really doesn't increase past what you see. At least not for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, whoa, that's a good run. You can't, doing what we do, you can only have so many cigars that you smoke for your own time. So like, and everybody knows, for me, like, I love the Terre Blanche. I love Patoro Terre Blanche. Anything SP, anything Sanj Patel, I love that. And, you know, it would be, you know, it'd be interesting, like, kind of like introspective content to give to the viewers, like, what we do smoke on our own time, even though if that time's not as abundant as we'd like, you know, because the time that we get to smoke the most is times like these. Like, we're trying to do more live streams, so, you know, get to smoke more of what we actually like. But yeah, it would be interesting to do, like, maybe like a seasonal or like a biannual, like, hey, this is what I like right now. This is what I've been smoking a lot of lately.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you know, like, outside of the Neanderthal, the Umbagog, I've been smoking a lot more of, and the Mi Queridas. Like, those have been my little smokes whenever I hang out at the local brick and mortars with everybody.
Yeah.
Definitely the Sanj Patel stuff, just because he was so generous in sending us out, you know, a lot. But there have been enough to including giveaways for you guys and all that stuff.
Yeah.
5 burner. Yeah, man. Like, that's using up a lot of gas, a lot of juice.
Jesus. Yeah.
5 burners. Yeah, smoking inside, man, it's you really have to have, like, the full system. You got to have the exhaust, you got to have the, you know, the internal air circular. Yeah, the seals.
Yeah.
Giants fan. Hound Dog is a Chiefs fan.
I'm a Chiefs fan. Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, one of those croquetas.
Yeah, just a short little flavored cigar.
Yeah, they're small. It's like a 3.5 inch, like, teeny tiny little cigar. It's flavored. I mean, we like them.
It'll be the only acceptable small thing that you ever give her. is her first flavored cigar. That's about it. But yeah, no, the flavored cigars are great. You know, the Cuba Cubas, the Tobacco Specials, if she likes coffee or chocolate, like, those are great. Croqueta, definitely, because of the size, is fantastic. And the flavor.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool 79 today.
I was born in Rahway, New Jersey, and then family moved out to Las Vegas when I was about 4. So raised by people from the East Coast. I've been back several times. My wife lived in New York for about 7 years, but yeah.
No.
That's why the Giants.
Yeah. And then when you moved to Vegas, there was no team.
There were no professional sports teams for a long time.
Yeah.
You could gamble on all of them, though, for a long time.
Now you can gamble on the home team.
Oh, yeah. Now you can gamble on the home team. Get them. All righty, 4th down. We're off the field again, boys. What team is this? What team is this, man?
It's a good surprise.
Saquon back? Yeah. Well, except for everybody that put all that money on Buffalo. I think the line went from 14 points to 15.5 over the week.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. So there was a lot of money going down on Buffalo to move it a whole entire 1.5 points.
Yeah. Woo.
What do we got here?
Yeah.
Swifty Matt.
Not anytime soon. It's just it'll be funny. You have somebody who's like seemingly not capable of like deep feeling at all in Travis Kelce, and then the woman who has like the worst access in the world because she's so busy and like, you know, has everybody wanting her attention. It's built to fail. It'll be fun to see how it goes. But I think even the NFL realized there's like one Sunday night game or Monday night game where the Chiefs were on and they kept cutting back to Taylor Swift seriously every chance they could. Maybe it seemed like 20 times throughout the course of the game. And I know was it called New Heights? The Kelce brothers podcast. They talked about it and like, you know, Jason was asking like, so what do you think about all this with you know, the NFL like covering Taylor Swift? And he's like, I get it. You know, it's driving views, it's driving attention, but it's a little bit much. And like, sure. I was like, thank gosh, like you said it. Like you said it in a very diplomatic way too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think maybe since then they tamed it down a bit, which is good because it's distracting. You know, it's just like, I don't care. Like, why are you showing me this pop star? I get it. She's there at the game. What you do is show them at the beginning, show them in the middle, and then show them at the end. Like, just to show that they stayed throughout the entire game. Like, you don't have to show her every goddamn second you get.
Well, there's a difference, right, between Jessica Simpson and Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift
currently
has single-handedly moved how many thousands of jerseys? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Jessica Simpson did have a strong influence, if I'm not mistaken, because she wore that pink Tony Romo jersey, and then they, like, got all the pink jerseys going. So, like, Jessica Simpson did move the meter a little bit, considering that she really wasn't on TV or doing music or movies at the time, I feel like, as much. You know, like, she had kind of taken a step back, I feel like, from the limelight just a little bit during that time period.
At that point in her career, compared to Taylor Swift, absolutely, because Taylor Swift she's at the top. She's selling out arenas. She is the number one act.
Yeah,
in the world.
What happened on this last play? Did Tyrod just get crushed? Like, looks like the backup left tackle that they have. We have a backup left tackle for our backup. Oh yeah, he didn't block anybody. Poor Tyrod, man. This is going to be a rough one.
Good thing he's mobile.
Yeah, well, you got to be mobile. The Gurkha of football teams. All right, Blue. So, Blue Ridge Butcher, I need to know what your football team is, because you cannot insult the Giants in the stream unless we get to insult you back. So, what's the price point on the Patoro Terre Blanche?
Is that okay to talk about? Yeah, that's fine, as long as we don't tell you where to buy it. It's MSRP's, I believe, MSRP is $18, and that's and in my opinion, it's worth it.
Worth every penny.
All day, yeah.
Go Giants!
What's going on, Sandman? Yeah, go Giants! Let's root for Michael tonight.
Just smoked the Frank. Yeah, Frank is a really good blend, man. And
that was a couple of years on it.
Yeah. Time to chill out. Let's see here. Why do guys always suggest flavored as the first cigar for women?
The thing is, it's not just for women; it's for anybody.
Yeah,
and a lot like the question we get that question asked a lot because most people watching the channel are guys, like trying to get their wife to not hate their hobby. You know.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
significant other.
It works with a lot of things, right? If you are getting ready to drink alcohol for the first time and somebody hands you some cash strength 130 proof alcohol, you might not have as much of an appreciation for it as if they kind of just like wean you in with a lighter bourbon or a lighter whiskey. Like, you know, something that you can actually taste and get some flavor notes off of that isn't going to blow out your palate. So that's probably why.
Yeah.
Coffee beans, chocolate, put these guys in.
So yeah, that's pretty dope, dude. That's going the extra mile. How much, Farty Magoo, how much would you say the cigars that you infuse, like, intake the flavors of what you infuse them with? Like, how much influence do you think the infusion has? Like, is it a pretty noticeable amount in your opinion?
Because Connecticut broadleaf is expensive.
Yes. And that's why you saw, and Michael knows this. And we talked about, I fucking was like, you know, just gabbing to Michael last night about it. But the Loma de Cerdo is a pork tenderloin. Mm-hmm. The pork tenderloin was originally Connecticut broadleaf. Mm-hmm. You know, so he changed it up to MSA, to Mexican San Andres. And and in my opinion, even though, like, and I told Michael this, I don't know if Michael agrees or not, but the Tatuaje does best, in my opinion, with Connecticut broadleaf. But the last couple of MSA Tatuajes I've had have been way better than the ones I've had in recent years past, for sure.
Yeah. And it's one of those where I feel like we talked about it last night, but like the original Mexican experiment was really good, or was at least decent. And then the ME2 was just like kind of all right, took like maybe a little bit of a step back, but he's had different, you know, Mexican San Andres that's come out in years past, like the original Face, that were solid blends. It's just the whole entire foundation was always built on broadleaf.
Mm-hmm.
And rightfully
like,
so.
As far as, and I was going to say, like, because his question makes it seem like they're, you know, like Tatuajes just all of a sudden doing it. With the Loma de Cerdo, it's like, yeah, he's probably just can't get Connecticut broadleaf, you know, so he's changing it to MSA. But with the Face, he's doing a redux of the original San Andreas. So just he's releasing it with that wrapper because that's what the original was.
So Sanj actually has, if you follow him on Instagram, he will guide you to the right way. He will show you to the way. Just follow Sanj and the SP1014 Instagram pages, and believe me, you will find it.
Yeah, just look up SP1014 cigars, or just type in Sanj Patel, and he responds to everything. So if you send him a direct message or just like comment on one of his posts, you will find the way. We can't tell you because of YouTube, but if you do just a little bit of digging, you'll find the way. Yeah,
we're not trying to be coy with it. It's just got plenty of warnings this year. Don't need any more Christmas presents from YouTube.
No, keep those underneath the tree.
Yeah, they can keep the coal. Man, what's up with the Buffalo holding over here?
I know I'm probably so far behind, so I'm just like, I'm watching it, but I'm not going to like comment on it. It's like commenting on things that happened like 10 minutes ago.
So for everybody that's still watching the football game that's going on right now, because it's still technically a football game, the Giants are off the field again. They have forced the Buffalo Bills to like punt four straight times. It's probably the best defensive showing that the team has had so far this year.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, that was almost intercepted. Yeah, like I just watched was the 3rd and 14 play where Allen pretty much just chucked it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Aladino Dark Sumatra. I mean, if it's anything like that limited edition Connecticut that you guys have been sending out, like all the smoke signals to go out and try, I'm sure it's great.
Yeah, and if Aladino, you'll never watch this, but if you're watching, we're open to you sending them in to check them out, but we'll probably have to procure them ourselves or have a buddy send them in.
Right. I have not had the double oaked. What have I had from Sagamore?
Is that
So
bourbon?
it's Maryland rye.
Okay. And Michael, there's some like weird audio feedback. I don't know if that's something that you
Let me
can
check.
like have any. It's like a very like mellow buzz.
Maybe it's coming from my shirt. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I can kind of hear it. Let's see if I can.
Yeah. It's gone now.
Yeah, I just hit reduce background noise, so hopefully that'll fix it a little bit.
For sure.
So Sagamore is Maryland rye, and they originally started off as rectifiers. They would buy really high quality rye and blend them together, and then they built their own distillery a couple of years ago, kind of on the onset of the pandemic. So when they started with us out here, it was like 2019, I want to say, that we got them in distribution in Vegas. And it was really high quality stuff. They would do all these different cask finishes to the rye. So I hear the background noise again. It made it really solid. I don't know if I've tried the double oak. I believe the only ones that I've tried have been just the straight and the cash strength. I may have tried the double oak, but I mean, everything they make is pretty fantastic. So solid products.
I may have seen the label, but I'm not familiar with the name. But
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with alcohol.
As far as pairings go with rye, I mean, they go really well with some of your creamier stuff that's a little bit lighter on the spice, you know, because you're going to get that from the rye. So kind of use the antithesis to complement, so to speak. That's how I like to do it. They should ask, do you prefer white zin, Pinot Noir, or a full flavored cab?
Is that a Sideways reference?
Maybe. It's been a while since I watched that movie. It's a good movie.
Dude, I haven't seen that movie in probably like 15 years. It is a good movie.
It's a really good movie. Tyrod
Giamatti at his.
Oh yeah.
Giamatti at his peak performance right there.
Wow, Tyrod hits Hyatt for the bomb, bro. We are set up in Bill's territory, Giants fans. That's what you love to see. Taking shots, man. Behind the defense. Feet in bounds. Man, look at us. Look at us.
Nice. Yeah, I just saw that play. He's like, I'm in.
There is a flag. Ineligible man downfield. Wow. That's the Giants, baby.
Murphy's Law.
Gotta love it. The dude bombs the ball. This is what I don't understand, okay? Dude bombs the ball like 60 yards. And yet the tackle, who's ineligible, is running down the field.
Mm-hmm.
So bad.
Do you hear that, Michael?
Is that a Ninja mixer or is that a race car that you're playing with?
It's my neighbor.
I
feel like it's some sort of mixer. I don't know.
Yeah. I like the lines.
Better than a chainsaw.
True.
Yeah, the only thing I know about the Lions is the first game of the season because my Chiefs played them, but obviously they look good from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go turn on my light real quick.
All right, I'm going to comment on the Blue Ridge Butcher now that I have your team.
What's his team?
The Commanders.
Okay. Oh yeah, Blue Ridge Mountains. Yeah, that makes sense. And your division rivals, Michael.
Yeah, but you see, here's the difference. Number one, the Giants, okay, they've always been the Giants. Your team wasn't even worthy of keeping their name. The second thing is that the only Super Bowl that you guys have is courtesy of Doug Williams. That's it, okay? And a team that goes back way longer than Cowboys fans, Raiders fans, so many other organizations that did not just get lucky once. They won it multiple times, okay? You basically have been the Gurkhas of the NFC East for the last 50 years almost. So calling the Giants the Gurkhas and being a Commanders fan is just kind of silly.
Damn, Michael. You threw it down right there.
Your team is much better than our team currently at this particular mark of the season. That's for sure. But it's okay because at the end of the year, we'll both be watching it from the couch when it comes to playoff time, most likely.
Also keep in mind, division games are always weird.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter. It really, records don't matter. Like you can have a 1-5 team versus a 5-1 team. Doesn't matter. Like it can always go either way with division games.
I think that the only team that Daniel Jones actually has a winning record against in our division is the Washington Commanders.
Well, there you go.
Well, as a matter of fact, that's a guarantee. In our division, that's a guarantee. It's probably his best record overall against any one team.
That makes sense, especially playing him so often.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is about the infusion, huh?
Oh, the infusion.
Mm-hmm.
Strong, especially on the retro. Oh, nice. Coffee beans, crumbled Mexican stone ground chocolate, and aged rum has been the best infusion so far. That's late, dude.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Caldwell King is dead. Torpedo. Nice.
Dope.
So I choose not to drink Smoke Wagon as often just because Frey Ranch, is like, number one, it's actual local Nevada whiskey. And Smoke Wagon is just, it's just combined here. It's good whiskey, but it's not truly authentic Nevada whiskey. It's distilled in another state and then rectified and assembled here. So
okay, that makes sense. Why you'd want to back Frey Ranch more.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had the Ashton cabinet.
I don't think so.
I've had the classic, the original. I don't think I've had the cabinet before.
I don't think. If I have, I haven't had it in a long time.
Yeah.
Jefferson's Rye aged in a cognac barrel. Yeah, they have some amazing stuff. It's cool that they were acquired by Pernod Ricard a little over a year and a half ago, and now they're starting to make it out to like more international markets, I think. So it's a really fun whiskey. We actually had the owner. So you know how I sent you that photo of Mayweather at our office meeting on Friday? We had the owners of Jefferson's and Wilderness Trail in the office as well to speak to the staff. And they, the stuff that Wilderness Trail does and Jefferson's, I had no idea, but they were actually the first bourbon to start by blending other bourbons together. Now, granted, okay, I'm sure that in Kentucky for who knows how long, there has been a bourbon in Rickhouse A, Rickhouse B, Rickhouse C that got blended together, but to have bourbons coming from different distilleries essentially around the country and blending those together, Jefferson was the first one to actually do it, supposedly. So that's cool. 1997, I think they said they started.
Okay.
Falcons fan. Oh, man.
Yeah, Ritter, their quarterback looked like ass in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I was a Falcons fan
Kurt.
2 different times in my life, Kurt. I was a Falcons fan when Dion was playing for the Falcons, okay? For that, like, what, 1 season, 2 seasons? That was amazing. And I was a Falcons fan when you guys played the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And I'll never forget halftime, dude. Like, I know that you won't either, but I was telling my best friend and I were celebrating so hard because we were like, oh, this is going to be the retirement of Brady's retirement party, getting blown out in the Super Bowl. We were talking so much smack. Yeah, and that came back to bite us big time.
Yeah.
But hey, the Giants beat them in 2 Super Bowls, so it's all good.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Sorry.
I don't eat while I'm smoking cigars. I always make sure to eat beforehand. I don't like mixing.
Going 52-yard field goal, and it is wide right, which, I mean, come on, is Buffalo playing the Giants? It's not Buffalo playing the Giants unless there is a wide field goal miss in the game, right?
Yeah, I think I'm only maybe like 3 minutes behind you, which isn't terrible.
3 minutes? Like game time or just like
the field goal just happened. And
okay,
just saw it wide right.
You're good.
Maybe like 2 minutes. That's funny. It's not a windy night either. You saw the flags on the goalpost.
It's Buffalo, man. Buffalo versus the Giants. That's how it goes. Snack. So I normally don't snack while I'm smoking. I'll save it for after and just cleanse my palate out or get myself a little sugar or something to ease the nicotine.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills and the New York Football Giants tonight.
And the Giants are winning.
That is correct. Cowboys, unfortunately, it's one of those things. The Cowboys are an enigma, man. They really are. The team is always so talented, so many great players, and for whatever reason, there's just issues.
Yeah.
You feel the same way?
Yeah. Okay. I haven't tried it yet. I need to try it. I wasn't a fan, not the biggest fan of the classic, just the OG Connecticut Ashton. I thought it was very mediocre.
Giving up on sports, racist, privileged babies, and how oppressed they are. Joker was MVP, but did not get it because he was too white. Wow.
I'll let you take that one, Michael.
I don't know who we're referring to. I don't know who Joker is. Who is Joker?
Is he talking about NBA?
Like Joker?
Djokovic? Or is that tennis?
Oh God. No, they don't give away MVPs in tennis.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do they give away MVPs in tennis? I don't think they do, right?
It's not a league, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, like you win individual trophies, and then you get to the Grand Slam, kind of like in golf, where like you win enough majors, and then you qualify for the Grand Slam, and then you win the Grand Slam. I don't know, something like that. It's like NASCAR. NASCAR golf, and tennis. They're all just like right there together.
Yeah, he's ST's talking about NBA.
Yeah,
I stopped watching NBA at the end of the last Laker run. So it's like 12 years ago.
The Giants passed to Darren Waller, and they are now in Buffalo Bills red zone territory, just knocking on the door again. The whole game, Buffalo fans, the whole game.
How's Waller been on the Giants so far?
Well, he's the leading pass catcher and leading receiver in yards, catches. Hopefully, after tonight, touchdowns. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, he's everything that he's cracked up to be, man. Him and Daniel Jones just needed to they needed a couple of games to work out the kinks, get on the same page, and now that he has Tyrod in the game, he's actually he's getting the ball. So
he's having passes thrown to him now.
Yeah, he's having passes thrown to him. So
he's good, man. He's just injury prone.
Yeah, he definitely is injury prone, and I don't know if he's ever going to be one of those guys that is playing without having something, loose, nagging.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I think that sports are they're still so much fun for me. I haven't watched NBA in a long time. Like, I was a huge fan of the 90s Orlando Magic. I know that we've spoken about this on the lives before. Penny and Shaq back in the day. That was my squad. So I don't know how the NBA is now.
The only thing I know is that they wear like a ton of advertisements on their jerseys now. That's the only thing I've noticed. Like I haven't followed in like over a decade at this point, or close to a decade.
Yeah, the influence and the addition of all of the players internationally has really opened up the door for a lot of companies in Europe and China, Asia to, monetize a lot of that stuff. So it makes sense.
Totally.
Having Southern Tier Pumpkin Ale. Any thoughts? So I just did a pumpkin beer with a cigar.
Huh.
That was quite delicious, by the way.
Sounds delicious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had the Dogfish Pumpkin. And forget which cigar I was smoking, but it's probably going to come out next week, and then I'll remember.
Once I edit the video.
I think that it was the original face. The original face from 2000 and whenever, 10, 11.
Which would make sense since it's a Halloween cigar. You'd want to pair it with a Halloween beverage.
Dude, and Mexican San Andres with pumpkin, so good. So good.
I'm saying like I know what I'm talking about. I have no fucking clue, dude.
I mean, you've had pumpkin before, and you've had plenty of Mexican San Andres. I'm sure that you put it together.
Yeah.
Timeout Giants. We're 6 minutes and 19 seconds left in the second. Knocking on the doorstep again. What a game.
3-zip. What a game. Hey man, you're winning.
That's all that matters, man.
Competitive.
I don't care if the final score is 3-zip. I'll take it.
Yeah. Take whatever a winning score is.
Mm-hmm. It's like Barkley got hit in the face.
Oof. Pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
So how's the rest of the how's do you parents? The only thing I pair with is when I'm doing reviews, it's water. It's just I don't want to impart any flavors on the cigar while I'm smoking them. And on my own time, since I don't drink alcohol, it's coffee or just like whatever I just happen to be drinking at that time, which is mostly going to be Diet Coke. If it focuses, there we go. Water, coffee. Like I just pairing, like, it's funny because like Michael's like the king of pairings. It's what you do. It's what you have a ton of knowledge of. And I'm like the complete opposite. I'm just like, huh? What's beer? What, huh? So yeah, it's, you know, don't think of me as a person to listen to with pairings. Anytime that happens, I always reference Michael. I'm like, go to this guy. This guy will take care of you. Shit is dope. You feel like you getting any hate from it? Not. I mean, people, like, you know, you get the random people who don't smoke cigars commenting and be like, "Oh, you're gonna kill your lungs." It's like, all right, dude, you don't inhale, but go for it. You know, you get comments like that. But as far as like, you know, companies and whatnot, I'm sure, like, not publicly, and I can't say I'm sure, but I'm confident there's people like at STG, at Drew Estate, two companies that I tend to lean hard into publicly, of cigars, saying I don't like their cigars, some cigars that they make. Like that Cohiba Royale that I smoked today, that I released a review of today, this is garbage. And it's like a $25 MSRP cigar, over $25 MSRP cigars. It's crap. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's people that, like, you know, that do like their social media that see me and be like, oh, this fucker, you know, or like Drew Estate, the Blackened, the M81. Obviously, I beat the drum pretty hard with how bad that cigar. I mean, we all do, but I think I do it the most just because it's such a, you know, it's funny content. And it's just such an awful cigar, so it kind of writes itself. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's somebody at Drew Estate. It's like, oh, this motherfucker, you know. But and also at the same time, like we talked about this yesterday too. Like, do we move the needle enough for them to care? With companies that big, no, we don't. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just the SCG, General Cigar Company, Altadis, Drew Estate, Swisher Sweet, whatever. We're not going to move the needle to any degree that would affect their bottom line. Just not going to happen. They're way too big. We'd only have an effect on, like, what was that, Michael?
Oh, I said, and also from Tayano.
Tayano, huh?
Oh, it was right after his question to you. He was like, pickleball is dumb. I agree. Yeah. I haven't been a fan of pickleball.
Yeah. Yeah. We're starting off with the RS-88 Cameroons, and I don't think, have we talked to Peter about this? I don't know if we talked about the Cameroon yet.
To Peter?
Let us know. Let us know, Peter, if you've tried the Cameroon yet. And Michael, what do you think about the RS-88 Cameroon now that we're coming towards the end?
So now that we're coming towards the end, there is definitely a step back. There was a flavor in the middle of the second third that I could not pick out, but it was really unlike anything that I've ever had with a Cameroon that I thoroughly enjoyed. Maybe it was the cardamom, because it's not something that I usually pick up on, but there was definitely like a different flavor that I really liked with it. And, you know, going back to your review, I feel like the assessment was right on point, man. Like, first third, amazing right out of the gate. I thoroughly enjoyed all the flavors. I got the sunflower seed, the sweetness builds as well as the flavor into the second third. And then you take kind of like a step back in the final third. Everything's just kind of concentrated and fizzled out. But I mean, for the price point, once again, it's fantastic.
It's half the price of a Don Carlos. Don Carlos, number 2, my favorite Vitola, that cigar is like $15. This is $7.
Yeah. And I would rather smoke 2 of these and smoke them, you know, down to this point in the final third than just one Don Carlos, even if I can nub it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not bad at this third. It's just not as good as the other 2 thirds.
Yeah, no, like, it's still smokable, and, you know, the the spice was kind of there was definitely some oak cedar spice in the first third that kind of tamed and fizzled out throughout. And now it's picked back up, but it's not unpleasant at all.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
The
Yeah,
Giants
Peter,
are up 6-0. Look at us,
dude. Nice.
Look at us.
I was gonna say, Peter, whenever you smoke the Cameroon, let us know. Let us know what you think, man. And anybody in here in the chat who's had the RS88 Cameroon, the new industry killer, let us know what you think about it. I'm continuously blown away by Sanja's cigars. Not just because of the price either. The price is just a very evident added bonus. But price aside, they're all fantastic. And D1, I see your comment asking about the La Aroma de Cuba Mia More. I have a review of that coming out either, I think not this week, but the week after. I think probably around the October 24th. Check for it around there. I reviewed that Mia More that Ezra sent us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Warhammer.
Thank you.
That's a short and sweet, dope comment.
Dexter Lawrence, man, disrupting the pocket, forcing the holding call, causing havoc for Josh Allen tonight, man.
The RS88, yeah, Kurt. RS88 Habano is the GOAT to me, but that Connecticut blew me away. I absolutely love it. I agree with you.
Yep.
Both on the Cameroon. Yeah, dude. And Peter's favorite is a Maduro, which I like. I really, really enjoy the Maduro. I have to be in a more particular mood, a mood I'm not in as often to really enjoy that cigar. But it's a quality ass cigar. It's a quality ass Maduro. And I think, Michael, I could be wrong, but I believe you enjoy the original industry killer Maduro more than the RS88. Is that right?
You know, it's hard to recall because the proximity of smoking both of them was very close, and it was at a time where we were getting, you know, the bombs from Sanj, and it was one after another, and I would have to go back and pay attention to smoking both of them to figure out which one I enjoyed more. Both of them were great, you know. I do think that the RS88 in the Maduro offers a little bit fuller flavor, almost like the SP1014 Black.
Yeah, it doesn't have, because with the SP1014 Black, you definitely get that like bourbon barrel essence to it, which I think that's why that cigar reminds me of the Late Hour, because the Late Hour also has the Davidoff Winston Churchill Late Hour. That cigar also has bourbon barrel tobacco in it as well. In my opinion, the SP1014, the Black, is very close to, is very akin to the Late Hour, except better. That's just my opinion, but it's better, and it's probably half the price, if not a third of the price, depending on where you get your Davidoffs at.
For sure, I agree. Josh Allen getting some hometown reffing, get him a little roughing the passer call, and get out of the jam. Should have been tagging for a safety.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, man, he was running all over the place.
Oh, he's in the tent? Backup QB's in? Oh, Buffalo, this is your nightmare. Oh, Kyle Allen, please throw us a pick. Please. I know you got one in
Kyle Allen?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that could be a shoulder, dislocated shoulder.
Well, he shouldn't have ran with the ball. Had he just have thrown it out of bounds and fallen to the ground like a good QB would have, he could have avoided all that. But
oh yeah, that's classic. You want to show sympathy for the guy, but yeah, I mean, constructive criticism, nothing wrong with that either.
Hey, look, man. Okay, you play the game to win.
Oh man.
I don't want anybody to get hurt, but
Yes.
play the game to win.
And what's the Warhammer? Is that hey Michael, what's OTW? Am I an idiot, or is OTW like an acronym that people should know?
On the way?
On the way. Jesus. Yeah. Duh. I thought like OTW was like a new Rocket Patel blend. I was like, what the fuck's the OTW?
No, I think that if Apple has a shortcut in the iPhone for it, like BRB or OTW, then it's pretty common. But I mean, you know, I feel like we also have way too many acronyms.
There's too many acronyms, dude. Like, and
It's
it's
too
like
many.
just basic human conversation, like English conversation. There's too many, let alone like our specific industries that we're in. You know, then we do like a whole other set of acronyms.
Yeah, and like also with like corporate America, like my company has so many of them. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I need to get on that. I was gonna review the Patoro vintage that you sent me, Peter. I was gonna review that one first, and then the Golden Child after that. But I'd expect it probably within the next like. I'll try to get to it like the next like 3 weeks. Like, because with everything coming out, just like I think I have like a 2-week backlog. So like whatever I work on next, I'll make sure that those are the Golden Child's in there.
Hardest working guy in cigar YouTube, man. Got a 2-week backlog and still manages to put out at least like 4 reviews a week.
The hardest working or the least hardest working, because I'm always smoking cigars. I'm always relaxing.
It's important, bro. It's important.
Yeah. Brian Glenn is still active on Rumble and Facebook. I believe Instagram as well. He posts his reviews.
Yep.
So he's still active. Yeah. He's still active. He's still doing his thing. He just obviously you've probably seen his video where he's not on YouTube anymore. His channel's still up, but there's no videos. It's just that one, like, what's it say? Done with YouTube. His done with YouTube video. Well, okay. Warhammer, you got a sampler of Rocket Patel. Should be interesting. He does make good cigars. You like Rocket Patels? If so, which ones are good? The good Rocket Patels, in my opinion, the 60. I just recently reviewed that one and called the Bala Vitola. It's like a shorter fat figurado. Wasn't that good. I recommend if you try that cigar, go for the Toro. That is my favorite Vitola in that blend. A very underrated Rocket Patel that you don't see people talking about often is called the Edición Única. It has a teal band. There's 2 bands, and they're both teal, and they're both they're 60 and the Edición Única. Those are fantastic Rocket Patel blends, in my opinion. Yes, Texas, you're right. I can't control the chat because it's we're on Michael's stream, but I have no kids. I just have a damn dog. But I see Peter, your comment asking about the lost. Now Michael's back to answer it without giving away too much about it.
It looks like Bobby Okereke not only injured Josh Allen, but also injured the running back on this last play. So he is a man possessed. As far as the Lost Angel, it was good. Before you got in here, Peter, I was telling Cigar Hound Dog, because he was talking about gnats, where he's at, and I was getting attacked yesterday during that review, and there was a bug that fell onto the table that I have right here in front of me, and it started moving towards me in a very aggressive manner. So I slammed my fist on the table, and the cigar fell out of the cigar rest that I have, and it cracked the wrapper right where the band was. So it started to kind of unravel as I got a little bit closer to the band in the final third. But overall, it was a solid smoke, really nice. The review should be out probably towards the end of the week, I'm guessing. No, I got a lot of stuff in the backlog that I have to sift through and try to make it, try to make everything come out in a timely manner now that we're already halfway through the month. And, I have the decorations in the background for all of them.
And Peter, you sent Michael a 2021. What do you think about the 2022 or 2023? Just there's another acronym for you.
PCP. What do I think about the Lost Angels in those years?
No, I was asking Peter. Since I know Peter's probably had them all.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was my first one. What's the live stream address?
I mean, you should just copy or press share to get the address.
Yeah, if you're here, then you're here.
You have access. Do you see Texas's explanation of his acronym there?
Oh yeah, no, there's no pre. There's only post.
There's only post. There's only during and post.
Oh yeah,
nicotine's a diuretic. Nicotine's a diuretic.
You pump out a short, comment on your own live stream. You do work, bro.
If you smoke an LFD double a hero, and say like if you're backed up, instead of going to the store and getting some laxative, if you got an LFD double a hero, friggin' light up that bad boy. You'll be fine. You'll be regular very soon.
See, this is another way to sell it to your chick, okay? If she has trouble with constipation or whatever, tell her that if she has a little croqueta from Drew Estate, she'll be good to go.
Feed her some cheese.
Yeah.
Feed her some very dense foods,
Mm-hmm. Get the base layer. Playing Texas Hold'em and watching football. That's a great way to relax on a Sunday, man. Well, I don't know about the Texas Hold'em part. That could get a little aggressive.
And being in Vegas,
You don't want to pinch the loaf in the second, third.
Hey, here's the thing, though. If you're able to do that in the second, third, and you come back to your cigar and it's still lit, you got a damn well-constructed cigar there.
Thanks for popping in, Warhammer.
Yeah, thanks for popping in, man. Good chilling. I mean, we're doing one right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you're talking about doing like a live review, we've done a couple of those, and each time, like we did the there's a second part to that. Yeah, of course they it's exposure.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's the dude's huge. Their channel's huge. Of course, I'd be down.
What are you grabbing for number 2, Hound Dog?
I'm gonna have you choose.
Okay.
I got a couple of interesting ones. Ones that I know John, Cigar Alchemist, he'd be super pumped about. Okay, first I'll show you. Oh, how well that's going to pop up.
The Martinique.
The Martinique Principal.
Nice.
Beautiful Connecticut cigar. Next up.
The Tiki.
The Tiki, baby. This is what's it say? It says the cocktail collection. Meant to be paired with the Mai Tai, I believe.
Makes sense.
So that is choice number 2. And then choice number 3, the cigar that
Buffalo was driving. The Giants just picked off the backup quarterback, Kyle Allen. Or maybe,
nice.
I don't know if Josh Allen went back in the game. It doesn't matter. The Giants had the football. Oh, yeah, it was Josh Allen. Dope. Perfect.
Oh, Josh Allen's back in the game. Cool.
He's back in the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, deflection. Interception just happened. So we have the two principals or
the the face.
What I just had last night.
Well, I mean,
Up to you, Michael.
I'll leave it up to the chat. We got 17 people in here. If you guys want to see the face, type in the face. If you guys want to see something from Principal, type in Principal. And then I'll choose the Principal one.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys type it in, because I also have a face ready to go that I was going to save for the review, but I'm going to smoke it anyway this week, so I'll join you with the face.
And you got a box, so you got plenty of them, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So Derek is saying the face. Got one face. Got one face.
Got one face. Very interactive here.
We all got one face. We got two faces.
We got two faces.
Daniel Garcia. It's Halloween month.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, I'll go grab my face. I'll go grab my face.
Yeah, let's face it off. Let's have a face off, Michael. Let's be
Face
Nick
off.
Cage and John Travolta.
The face off. If I wasn't going to send you one, then I would smoke my OG face.
Ooh. Is that your last one, Michael?
That is there's two, but one of them has a crack on the wrapper, so I'm not probably going to be able to send that one off to somebody unless it's like I let them know, like, hey, there's a crack running all up alongside of this, just so you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, well, I'll be able to tell you right now, like if it's anything
comparable.
really, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the little boys' room real quick.
Do it.
But I'll be right back. Feel free to light up if you want, Michael. I'll be right back.
For sure. No worries.
How the hell do I? There you go. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you.
All right.
Just
I'm
FYI.
gonna, just in case if things are picked up, I'm gonna leave my little thing here.
See you when you get
Not
back.
that thing.
Yeah. See you when you get back here. Have fun. Alrighty, Derek. Well, we are all in it together with the brand new Tatuaje face. Mexican San Andres over Nicaraguan binder and fillers, closed foot at the bottom, and really cool size. So Cigar Hound Dog and I, we were talking last night about kind of my original like favorites in the four, and I have to say I liked the face and the Frank as probably my two top ones, with the Wolfman right behind it, and then the Drac probably in the fourth spot, or I guess you could say third if I have the other two tied. But yeah, the face was always a really good one. I was extremely happy to pick up a box of these. I'll tell you what, this cigar is super fresh in comparison to the one that I had from the original release. All right, what do we got? Third down and 3. Giants have the ball right around the 50. This is where I'm at in the game. Tyrod takes a shot deep. Got Slayton on the sideline once again. The play that was originally to Hyatt that got called back due to a downfield lineman comes in with possession, and we are set up in Buffalo territory for what seems like this every single time we've had the ball. Just haven't been able to punch it in just yet. But I got a good feeling. Provided we don't get a penalty on first down, which has been our MO also the whole entire season. Tyrod's balling, though, against one of his former old teams. Saquon, nice run up the middle. Got about a minute 13 left to get everybody to the line. Looking good, man. Looking good, Cigar Hound Dog with a woohoo. Oh man, if we can go up 13-0 against Buffalo, that would be pretty amazing for halftime. And it's also kind of sad without our starting quarterback. Saquon looks like he's just short of the line to gain. And they got to hurry up, man. We still got 2 timeouts. Looks like they're going to take one right. Maybe not. Okay. There we go. I don't know why they burned 6 seconds just to sit there and look at it. That always bugs me. When it's like, you're going to have to get 1 yard somehow. And why are you wasting extra time just to burn a timeout that you're going to do it anyway? It's like now you need to get the yard, spike the football, or burn the last timeout, which wouldn't make any sense. It's just poor clock management. So yeah, this cigar has a lot of spice right off the initial lighting. Whew. That's probably the biggest difference between the original release, which obviously had a lot of time to sit down and mellow out. But woof. That retro hell can be stinging. Great flavors, though, off this stick. Chocolate brownie mix, man. Alrighty, 3rd and 1. Right here at the doorstep. 30 seconds left. Fullback handoff to get the first down. Now you got to burn that last time out. See, this is what I'm saying. So had they not have wasted 6 seconds, now it would be at 30 seconds. And you would have had the same result. Now whatever you do has to be rushed. Granted, we're in a position where we can just take shots in the end zone, but still.
Michael.
What's up?
What do you think about the face so far?
It is one spicy meatball to start off with in comparison to the how mellow the original one was after resting for a decade.
That makes sense. I don't think I remember a lot of pepper on the one that I smoked last night.
I got a shit ton off the retro hell.
I remember it got peppery at the end, but not at the beginning.
Huh. Tyrod taking a shot. Ooh, just wide right to Saquon. Throw the ball here. Do you want me to throw the ball? You got to give me the ball. Can't just run away with it. All right. Where are we at? 2nd down, about 20 some odd seconds left. It will put hair on your peaches. Yes, I am getting that. Not that I need the help, but I'm good.
What are you going to light up, Peter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of my dad's quirky sayings was, it'll put hairs on your chest and pimples on your bottom. That's like, make a man out of you.
Your dad had a lot of your dad had a lot of sayings you were talking about on our last live, yeah? We were going over there was that one hater that was talking about your commentary.
Yeah. I don't think he was hating. He was just, observing and trolling a little bit, which I do too. I love to troll, so I can't blame him.
Sure. Pass interference holding. We have 1st and goal.
See this, like for me, not too peppery at the beginning.
What? My eyes are watering.
And I'm a wuss. I just think just different portion of the batch.
They would hand off to Saquon on 1st and goal. We're not going to. They ran out of time. Oh my God! Only the fucking Giants, man. Only the Giants would hand off on 1st down. Saquon gets stuffed, and then they would not have enough time to call a second play on 1st and goal. Pathetic, man. So pathetic. Holy shit. That is amazing. Wow, dude. Wow. Oh, Brian Dable is heated. Rightfully so. What terrible mismanagement. See, and that's where those extra 6 seconds that I was talking about really come into play, is with shit like that. Because instead of him waiting to take the timeout, trying to figure out what they were going to do on 3rd and 1 when they were back on the 20, take the timeout immediately, and then just get back to the line and call your best play on 3rd down. That's all you had to do. But no, you end up here, perfectly good opportunity to score 7, much less 3, and you got nothing.
Yeah, Dabo's like grilling Tyrod Taylor, and I guess did Tyrod have the choice? Like, was it a QB option or something?
I mean, probably. At the end of the day, it always falls on the QB. You know, you got to get everybody back to the line. It seemed as though everybody was confused after the play.
There wasn't that much urgency after the play.
Yeah.
There wasn't that much immediate urgency after the play, like there should have been.
No. Who got the ball first, the Giants or the Bills? The Bills, right?
I believe so.
Where'd you put the ball, man? I know you hit it somewhere next to me, because you would not be sitting there looking at me like that. Oh, there it is. I found it. Got you. Some giant shit to do right there, man. Holy smokes. Well, hey, first time that we're going to halftime with the lead.
Hey, that's something.
That is something. Peter said he is going to be smoking the Lost Angel 23 tonight.
This year's okay. We'll see how that is for you.
Hope that it treats you fantastic.
Yep.
One of my friends sent me a comment that said Tyrod over DJ. Yeah, just like that last play.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I mean, he's played much better than DJ in the first half of any game this year, for sure.
I mean, there's a lead. Yeah.
Yep. Defense is also playing lights out.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Nice. I like Tyler Wilkinson's comment. He's finishing up Escassos, Tadawaya Escassos Lancero, and he has an RS-88 Cameroon Lancero on deck.
That sounds like a great compliment to an Escassos, just like fire up a Cameroon Lancero afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see the problem of the minds comment saying that we need more American Puro talk in the cigar community. Have you guys tried the American by Jason Newman? I've reviewed it. I know DJ recently reviewed it. I don't think have you had it yet, Michael?
I have not.
Dude, it's really enjoyable. It's arguably the best cigar that JC Newman produces at El Reloj, their own factory. It's either that or the Angel Cuesta.
Yeah, I watched DJ's review recently on it, and I was very inspired, so I actually purchased some. So I do have some on the way.
Nice.
Because I do feel like if I'm going to wear red, white, and blue to support my football team, I need to do some more American cigars here.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Got to smoke it too.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm a very pro-America guy in a lot of ways, so I'm all for more cigars being produced in America. When it comes to cigars, we were the largest producing country for a long time in the early, like, mid 1900s, late 1800s, early 1900s, right? So, you know, there's a lot of rich history with America and cigar production.
Tobacco in general, but yeah, cigars too.
Yeah, tobacco just in general. That's a good point.
We're built on tobacco. That was our number one export.
Mm-hmm.
You know the history, Michael. You're a history guy.
Yeah, absolutely. That was sugar cane and tobacco, man. Lots of it. It's actually why a lot of people say that cachaça and rum were the like two original spirits of the Americas and not rye whiskey followed by bourbon.
That makes sense because of sugarcane. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, Derek, he said he may have to hop off, or he's going to hop off and maybe back on.
No worries, bruh.
Appreciate the chilling. Thanks for hopping on.
I'm surprised that we got this good of a football game. I mean, granted, it's not exactly jam-packed, but at least it's competitive.
Hey, it's competitive. Hey, dude, it's been a tumultuous week Sunday for football with the two undefeated teams losing so far. You know.
Oh yeah. I think that now the injury bug and just the overall season is starting to show like the wear on a lot of these teams, and that's why there were a lot of upsets. Yeah, it shows the wrinkles.
Mm-hmm.
That's because the Eagles, you know, they played a New York team, far superior in every way, shape, or form.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, sure.
Oh, that was wild.
Maybe the Bills.
Yeah. Not with the way that the Bills are playing tonight.
True. But I got to see the replay of the highlights from that Eagles-Jets game. See, like, what the fuck happened.
I turned it off because I was actually watching it right before I came out here. Excuse me. And then I remember turning it off for whatever reason. It looks like they picked off Jalen Hurts. He threw 3 picks in that game.
Ooh, not a good game for him.
No. And when I go to the play-by-plays, it looks like he almost got pick sixed, and then the Jets ended up with it with 1st and goal with only like a minute and a half left, and they punched it in with their running back, and that was pretty much the game.
Okay. Shit.
Which is so crazy because with their ability to run for first downs, get first downs by using the tush push, their running game, their QB's legs, run pass options, like throwing the ball with the lead and almost like under 2 minutes left, very dangerous.
Not smart. That's a Russell Wilson move right there.
The Bears had a couple of weeks though where they looked good.
They creamed the Commanders. It's
like
40-20 that game.
Even the game that they lost the week before, they looked competitive. I mean, the Vikings are probably one of the better losing teams. This is a team that won 13 games last year. You know, they won a lot of close games that they probably shouldn't have last year. They probably, like the Giants, should have been right around that like 9-8 record. But you know, that's still an above 500 squad that you're playing. Granted, no Justin Jefferson today, but I mean, the Bears have been competitive in quite a few games.
Yeah, they're not a bottom of the barrel team. I mean, you'd think they would be with some of the scores of some of their games, but they It's the same as the Cardinals, you know, like they try, like they're competitive each week, and it's just some weeks they get creamed and they look like they don't belong in the NFL. But some weeks it's, you know, it's the bounce of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a round ball. Sometimes it bounces your way, sometimes it bounces the opponent's way.
Very true. Canes and the Ducks. Looks like it's pretty one-sided for that. How about my Golden Knights starting off the season 3-0, Pete? Every single game winning 4-1.
Oh, that's interesting. Are there any American Puros out there aside from the American Puro, aside from the American? Is the FSG, FSG uses Nicaraguan tobacco?
Yeah, it has it in the binder or filler. Something like that.
They used Gran Habano, and I talked about this in a Gran Habano review, but they used to make a cigar called the American Puro, the George Rico American Puro. And it had like a sliver, like not a lot, but a sliver of Kentucky Fire Cure in there. It was really good. They stopped making it probably like 7-8 years ago, but it was a damn good cigar. And I believe the Barracuda.
The Barracuda.
Yeah, I believe also a Gran Habano cigar is called the George Rico Barracuda. I think all that was the American Puro without the Kentucky Fire Cure in it.
Nice.
Which is also a very good cigar. Yeah, I can't, off the top of my head, I can't think about another American Puro. Could be out there, just, you know, with all the thousands of blends out there, I just don't know. Here's one for you, Michael.
Mm-hmm. Really happy that this thing has mellowed out. It's tasty.
Are you getting I called it Mexican hot chocolate. Like, I got that in spades, and I'm getting it in spades tonight too.
Definitely. There's definitely that Undercrown 10 Mexican hot chocolate that you get off of it. I said chocolate brownie mix right when I lit it up, and I started puffing away at it.
I can see that. A little bit drier. I can see that.
Yeah. But with all that spice that hit me, it's definitely more along the lines of that Mexican hot chocolate. As far as cigar lounges in Vegas, so there's a very weird like dichotomy that's what's cigar lounges. On the Strip, you have cigar lounges that serve alcohol and cigars, but the prices on cigars are all gouged way up on the Strip. Whereas locally, you don't have as many cigar lounges that serve alcohol. There's more now than there were a few years ago. But most of the cigar lounges off the Strip do not serve alcohol. Like, I took Cigar Hound Dog and DJ to one of my local lounges in Fuego. They do not serve alcohol at either location. If you have a membership, you can, of course, like, buy alcohol and keep the receipt and bring it with you, but they do not serve it there. There are a couple locally that do, and the prices locally are much closer to MSRP than on the Strip. There's also much better selection. Granted, what would I recommend checking out? It would probably be a mixture of both. Like, 8 Lounge is more of an ultra lounge / nightclub than it is a cigar lounge. It just so happens that you can smoke cigars there. So it's a great experience to get the vibe of the live music, the people, the cocktails, and then enjoy a cigar and hang out. However, it's much more busy and noisy than like your laid back, chill local cigar lounge vibe. So if you're going into it for that vibe, it's cool. If you're not, if you're going for like more of a local chill hang, I would recommend getting off the Strip and probably going to one of the local lounges like in Fuego, La Casa. We have a new one getting ready to open up called Smoke, SMOK. And
that's cool.
Also Triple Crown, which is closest to the Strip. And then there's Cigar Box, which is the same owners that partnered with Casa Fuente. So they usually have a pretty nice boutique mix.
Michael has all the info you need, man.
Yeah, just shoot me a message on Instagram or shoot me an email, and I'll be sure to try to make it out there with you if I can. I think one of my Patreon members said that they're coming out this week. I have to double check.
That's dope, dude. Gonna meet up?
Yeah, I said, I make myself available if I can, stray away from work for a minute.
That'd be dope, dude.
Sure. Peter, man, if the Bruins and the Knights play, dude, we're smoking a cigar together. That's just, it has to happen. Yeah. I mean, you guys, the Patriots had quite the run. You guys cannot. that run is unparalleled, to quote Cigar Hound Dog, and his that is an unparalleled run. Okay, there's no team that has had a 20-year span like that. You guys can sit in the bottom of the barrel for a little while. Okay.
Get to taste the bitter, so whenever you taste the sweet again, it's extra sweet.
Vanilla Sky reference. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Jason Lee? Is that the dude's name?
The bitter. The sweet is never as sweet without the bitter.
Yep. I love that movie, dude.
I like that movie a lot, and that's probably one of those movies. I don't know if did we ever get into that on the live stream? We ever bring up that movie?
Vanilla Sky? I don't think so.
Because I think that would be a nice polarizing one for the next time that we do movie talk. I'm sure that most of the guys probably hate it or have never bothered watching it because it just seems like a lot of people didn't care for that movie.
Also, it's Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is very polarizing.
True.
But yeah, it's a great movie. It's have you seen Brazil?
No, I don't think so.
Who's the Monty Python guy that directed 12 Monkeys? I forget his name.
I don't remember. I remember watching 12 Monkeys though.
Yeah, I forget. But he directed Brazil, and Brazil's like a 3 or 4 hour long movie. And it's to me, it's one of those movies where like the entire movie's a dream. It's kind of like a mind fuck at the end, just like Vanilla Sky. Spoilers, sorry anybody if you haven't seen these 20-year-old, 30-year-old movies yet, but still.
you had your shot, everybody.
Yeah. But with Brazil, you feel extra fucked because it's boring because it's so long, and it's like it's just even somehow more depressing than Vanilla Sky. Especially towards the end, but yeah, it's I always saw Vanilla Sky as like a better packaged, more accessible. Terry Gilliam, thank you, Tyler. He was a part of the Monty Python crew, but yeah, it's just Vanilla Sky is just like a more accessible version of Brazil, like more a pop culturally accepted Brazil.
No, I was a big fan of Vanilla Sky for a while, man. I've enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in probably like 10 years.
Honestly, turned me into not a Patriots fan towards the end. No, you guys had that. We were talking about a Falcons fan earlier. I mean, you guys had that unbelievable Super Bowl comeback. Towards the end of it, I guess we could say, and like. Yeah, man. I don't think that winning it all ever gets old, especially in football. But to win that many times, I mean, maybe. I'm not sure. The only comparison that I have as a Yankees fan was I suffered through all of the Don Mattingly years from the time that I was basically born through the early 90s. And I remember, when Jeter and everybody hit the team and Mattingly was kind of done. It was sad to have to sacrifice Mattingly in order to win. So, yeah. But winning as many times as they did, I mean, it was always cool. There's something special about rooting for an underdog. I don't know about that. Okay, so here, I'll take the other position on that. Okay. I do agree somewhat that when the expectation is that you're supposed to win it all, like the Yankees or the Pats for so many years, that does get to be tiresome. And also, whenever somebody does beat you, they talk so much trash because of the fact that you were supposed to win, right? Like as a Giants fan, I took a lot of trash to a lot of Patriots fans, especially whenever they bring up Tom Brady around me. But it's also one of those things where it kind of sucks to be completely disregarded. Like in both of those Super Bowls, even after beating, in my opinion, a better team in 2007, in 2011, we were still a massive underdog. And yeah, sure, it was still a better team, the Patriots. But like, no, we played this team before with a very similar cast of characters and beaten them in the very top tier championship game. Like, I don't know, man. That was the most disrespectful thing. Was in 2011, that game seemed so much closer to me than in 2007 when nobody, including myself, thought that we were going to win.
So the game's back on. It's been back on for a while. I've had it full screen. I've had it full screen on the live stream for a bit.
Yeah, the Giants, they didn't do much with that possession. I guess that was a, 2 punts today is all that they've had so far. Other than that, they've been knocking on the doorstep. It kind of sucks, though, that like 1 touchdown and the Bills are in the lead.
Yeah. Hey, but your guys' defense is playing lights out tonight.
Mm-hmm. They have been very disruptive.
Is Dabo a defensive-minded guy or an offensive-minded guy?
He's an offensive dude.
Okay. Like most of them are these days, like newer coaches.
Yeah.
Peter, being an Eagles fan in New England used to be pretty rough. Not anymore.
Yeah, you get to laugh now.
Mm-hmm.
This is very tasty.
It's good, dude. I'm surprised. Like, because like I said, like, talking about it before, like San Andreas coming from Tatawahe, I'm like, why can't this be broadleaf? But, he made it work in my opinion, and probably your opinion so far too.
Yeah, I mean, if you've smoked any of the Tuxtlas, whether it's been the pork tenderloin, whether it's been the T110 or the DB, any of the stuff that's come out recently. Actually, I think the DB is Sumatra, right?
The Kappa Especial is DB, yeah. Just Sumatra.
Yeah. But if you've smoked any of the recent Tuxtla line, the Avion 13, stuff like that that's come out in the Tuxtla variation with San Andres, this is a much, not richer, but better balanced blend, I think, than the...
Balance is a great way to describe it as far as the difference goes. Like it's with like that Avion Tuxtla, didn't like that cigar whatsoever. It was just dirt, dark earth, dirt, pepper, not much else, barely any sweetness, no nuance, way overbearing. This is balanced. Like the sweetness is the main component with this cigar, which in my opinion is a great base to have for a cigar.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like the T110 and the pork tenderloin are both good in the Tuxtla. This has got something else working to it.
Yeah, and it's a fat ring gauge too. But like the DB Kappa Especial, that was a big ring gauge, but also a very damn good cigar.
Yep. Did
you like that one, Michael?
I did. I think the tenderloin was one that I did a live review on way before it got like super hot in the summer.
Okay. Yeah, I like that one. I think I gave it a satisfying. I think it was a good cigar.
That's right, man. Matt coming up on 15K.
All thanks to shorts. So it's all I give the credit to, just posting that stuff, because that stuff actually gets pushed by YouTube.
Nah, man, it's because you work hard, man. Make great content.
A lot of shorts, dude. The short, like it's so funny. Like I look at the analytics, and like I started posting shorts in February. You can see like the graph, you know, it's just like then February comes around, just like, you know, just shoots up tenfold. It's crazy. Yeah, I think I'm like 5 away or something from getting 4 away from getting a 15K. That's nuts.
Well, I would say that everybody in the chat that isn't already subscribed, but I'm pretty sure that that's probably everybody that's in the chat.
I'm sure everybody who's subscribed to, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of shared subscribers between us.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially the ones who are nerdy enough to be in these live streams. No offense, guys.
Oh yes. Well, I mean, we're talking football tonight and just hanging out. Like, we're not geeking out too hard.
No, it's like the people who I love the most. I like to jab. You know, I like to poke because I like them. So these are the people who I feel the most comfortable poking. You know.
Buffalo seems to have a nice drive going in. Little Latavius Murray sighting in the backfield.
Nice. Have you had the Medianoche, Monte Cristo Medianoche?
I have not. You sent me out the Diamond.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I did. It's
a
cigar I gave a dog rocket.
Right?
I rated a dog rocket, and I'll hey, dude, it'll get views. It's a popular cigar.
Hey, man, I'm not complaining.
Dude, you will be complaining. But but yeah, dude, that cigar in Robusto was awful. I'm like, there's no way I'm touching this gigantic Bellicoso. Michael may want to smoke it for reviews. Hey, we'll see what Michael does.
Yeah. It'll be a short.
Either way. I'm just interested because, you know, different strokes for different folks. And so far, as far as the reviewers go, I'm the only person that's reviewed that cigar so far. Mm-hmm. I'll be interested to see, like, you know, your take on it. If you, because it has, in my opinion, that cigar is just riddled with Ometepe. Just so much like Ometepe influence, and that's my fucking kryptonite right there is Ometepe tobacco.
Ometepe has become the naughty O word.
Mm-hmm. Naughty O.
The naughty O word.
But I believe the Medianoche also comes in. Romeo makes one. H. Upman makes one. All the Altadis. I think it's Altadis cigars. They have like a Medianoche version of their cigar.
Ooh, they got Josh Allen there.
If you're talking about the 1935, the one that came out, I think either last year or the year before, it was I didn't like it that much, but it wasn't as bad as the Edison Diamante that just came out this year. But yeah, I think that's a expensive cigar as well. Just the 1935. Just a overpriced Altadis cigar, in my opinion, which too many of them are, unfortunately.
What up, Nate?
What's going on, Nate Dog?
Getting better. Yeah, it's probably still pretty fresh. Those things just came out this week, I believe.
Are those made at La Alianza?
I believe Picardo?
Picardo. Pichardo or Picardo?
Yeah, I think that Picardo took over. Maybe he went back to Alianza.
No, because I think the Los Angeles originally made at Picardo. I think it was originally made there. Maybe because with the shuffle that happened last year, a lot of cigars
Yeah.
that were made there have gotten moved to La Alianza. Ooh, man, that's a powerhouse of a smoke. The 1936. That's a kick you're in the nut cigar right there. At least me, anyways. That's
Buffalo
like the most.
down to the 12-yard line.
Okay. Yeah, the Serie B was good, and it just depends on what the blend is with a Davidoff or a Padron. Like if it's like the 45 year for Padron, I love that Maduro, great cigar. Colorado Claro for Davidoff, I love that cigar. I'll pay that price, even though I still know it's overpriced, you know. But yeah, it's just like one of those kind of, not a guilty pleasure, but like something that you treat yourself to, even though it's not something you can do that often because it's so fucking expensive.
Yeah, so they're over back at EPC.
Okay. All right.
Which makes sense after the shakeup. Luciano.
Yep. Which is fine because he's still having some cigars made at Pichardo. He's having the Mil Diaz hasn't moved. The Mil Diaz is still made at that factory.
Yeah.
Which is one of his best core blends. One of the best core Crown Heads blends, in my opinion.
For sure.
And Peter, and anybody else in the chat, but I'm asking Peter because there's a good chance he's had it because he fucking has everything. But have you tried the Love Reddit, the new Crown Heads Love Reddit yet? And Michael, I don't think you've smoked that cigar yet, right?
Nope. Mine from PCA is still hanging out in the humidor.
Okay.
Everybody seems to really like it, though.
Yeah. I don't want to talk. I don't want to give too much away about my review. Oh, Peter, you really liked it. I thought, I didn't think it was bad, but I wasn't like that impressed by it, especially for it being a $20+ Crown Heads, like their first cigar entry into the luxury market price. I was like, give me a Mil Diaz, give me a Las Calaveras, give me something else. Ooh, what happened?
I don't know, like a fight that just broke out. Waiting on the replay. Had the Padron 96 last night. No better than any other family reserve at $30. The only reason to have it over others is if you hate box press. Yeah, that makes sense. I honestly don't feel as though there's been a whole lot of evolution with a lot of the family reserve lines as of late.
It's just a size. Like in my opinion, from my experience, it's just like a different Vitola of the same blend.
Yeah, it's really hard when the company is just really resting on the laurels and not being too experimental with all of the new blends that a company like oh damn, what the, he had him by the legs. What are we doing over here? He's like trying to put him in a leg lock while he's on the ground. Like,
what the hell?
What?
And then it looks like he kind of stomped on him too a little bit.
Yeah.
What the dude? He's trying to throw punches.
What is going on here? This is like
the fuck.
Reminiscent.
73 needs to be ejected.
Yeah, dude. Josh Allen's in the middle of it. Like, what is going on? This is wild. Good for Leonard Williams like, sticking up for his teammate.
Josh Allen's one of the few quarterbacks where I'm like, he could probably handle himself in a mix with linemen. Enough.
Yeah. I mean, he is a big boy, but those linemen.
You don't want him to. You don't want him to because he's extremely valuable and more fragile than these other guys, but still. Go-to sticks, Michael.
Go-to sticks, man. Anything Sanj Patel puts his name on. I really like
even anything he doesn't put his name on that has no bands.
Yes, exactly. Even if he doesn't put his name on it directly. You know, I like quite a few of the Roma lines, some of the Dunbarton lines, like the Mi Queridas, the black, obviously, and then for sure even the Umbagog as a nice value price option. I think there's a lot there. Had a lot of great crowned head stuff. You know, I find myself smoking those manufacturers mostly, and then for October, I mean Tatuaje, just because of Halloween. But I generally try all the Tatuaje stuff.
Month.
Yeah. I'm glad that the 2023 Las Calaveras was a hit for you yet. I have to re-smoke that thing.
Did I send you the Toro? If I didn't, I fucked up. Then I should have.
I don't know, because I think that I got a 2023 Toro from Peter, because he sent me a Calaveras from each year.
Okay.
Going back to 2019.
As long as you have one to try, because it could be a variety of things, you know, with cigars, like why you like one so much, why you don't like one so much. But as far as like I can tell so far, it's a size difference. Yeah. So we'll see. But I love the Toro, dude, and I've had multiple of the Toro and have enjoyed all of them a lot.
That's cool. Yeah, because I think I smoked the Robusto.
Yeah. But dude, this thing is cooking right now. It's like, you know, well into the second third at this point. It is money. You still got your initial ash on.
Yeah, it's about time to let it go, though. I don't want it to end up in my lap.
Or laptop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's already a frequent amount of it that ends up in there. Offsetting penalties. They're still talking. They are still talking, these guys.
Jesus.
Just ugly. It is all ugly.
Jeez, yeah. The 73 Dawkins, he's pointing and... Yeah, I got to smoke one of the 2022s again. I liked it. I think I had like a Robusto-ish size, like a 5 1/4 by 52, 54, something like that. It was good, but it's, you know, hopefully it gets better with age, like you're saying.
It's funny because 74 kind of looks like Richie Incognito, and it kind of reminds me of the way that he used to play.
What he would do.
Where he's just in a fist fight every single day.
A behemoth of a man.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Yeah.
They're close.
They are knocking on the doorstep.
Yeah, they're like a foot away.
Well, now they're 3 feet away.
Okay, I know what happens on the next play then. What's going on, Greg? Nice. That's more than 3 feet. It's 3 yards.
Yeah, 3 yards, 9 feet. Yeah, the phase 3, man. It is nice.
It is, in my opinion, off the bat, it's way better than the Drac last year.
Oh yeah. But
I'm looking forward to trying the Drac after your last experience with it, Michael, because you said you had it during the live stream. You really liked it.
Yeah, I think that they're coming along nicely, and that, you know, like I said when we were exchanging voice memos last night, I feel like that cigar is always going to have the stigma of two things. One, it's shaped to be a steak. And as a steak with that like really fine top to it, it suffers some of like the Añejo shark kind of knotting at the top. So construction wise, it's just a form factor that always kind of is at risk. And then
a long torpedo.
Yeah, a long torpedo. Just you always have to worry.
Taper.
Yeah. You always have to worry about combustion. And then the other
Yeah.
thing is the stigma of it coming out and having lacquer on the boxes originally. Not that I think that any of them last year suffered from it, but
No, not from my knowledge. Not like a Daruma deal.
yeah, no.
Even though it wasn't lacquer, well, it was paint, but yeah.
That's hilarious.
You're with your cigar nerd pals. Yes, you are.
Just tell her that you're watching sports.
You know what? That's a good question. That's a good suggestion. That's the one rapper he hasn't touched.
We will talk to him. And we will talk to him. Hopefully we'll see him.
Yeah. At the Big Smoke. If there's any, yeah, because people say like, oh, you should do a broadleaf industry killer. It's like he has a Maduro,
Right.
It's a Dominican Maduro, but it's still a damn good Maduro. It's like if there's like another type of tobacco that's popular that he hasn't done with any of his blends yet, it's Sumatra.
I feel like, didn't he have like an aversion towards Sumatra?
I don't know. I can't recall.
Because weren't Sumatran rappers like not regarded as a high quality rapper for a while?
Seeing a lot of what Altadis, like what they've done with it, I can see why. But there's companies that have taken Sumatra like Tatuaje and like, in my opinion, have made it a well respected leaf again.
Oh, but yeah, 100%.
That's Ecuadorian Sumatra though.
Yeah. Because I mean, Sumatra seed started a lot of different tobacco cultivation in other areas. Yeah, variants. Alrighty, 3rd and goal. We're over here at the 5-ish. Let's see here.
Come on, guys, get another stop.
And nobody's guarding the guy out of the backfield, so that's a touchdown, Buffalo. That's how it goes. It looks like Giants player got injured. I don't know which one. Addy, who's little tiny 11? Dude looks like he's about 5'0".
Shit. Yeah, he's tiny, yeah. So small, nobody saw him.
Who was it that got injured? Xavier McKinney, number 29? That's what it looked like. There we go. Number 24? Sorry, chat. Let me just double check here. The player. That looked like a non-contact thing too, which is never good.
That's never good, no. Damn, a lot of drama in tonight's game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, buddy.
Why is it all line protecting more for Taylor than Jones?
It's Taylor is capable of moving through the pocket and keeping his eyes downfield, whereas Daniel Jones is like in shell shock. Yeah, for sure. I think that Sock is definitely going to experiment with some other stuff. But I mean, when you're getting that good Connecticut broadleaf, man, it's you don't need to change.
No.
Can you explain all the Tatuaje Halloween stuff? I've had a fair amount of Tatuaje, but no special stuff. The Capa Especial is one of the best cigars I've had this year. I won in Matt's giveaway. Yeah, there you go. Let me use the
Nice.
restroom, and I will do a full dissertation.
Come back with a board, chalkboard. Yeah, dude, that DV Kappa Especial, that's bomb. And it's just it's a rapper that Pete Johnson Tatuaje, he's always worked with extremely well. He has he knows the ins and outs of that rapper, of that tobacco. How many cigars do you think Sanj cut in half today? Five is the over under. On Sundays, I think Sanj likes to chill on Sundays, so I'm going to say under 5. Time for the Giants to make a change at QB. Well, they did tonight, but yeah, as far as like their starter, instead of Daniel Jones, after paying him this offseason, who the fuck knows what they're going to do. And SD, I see your question. What's your preference, Cubans or New World cigars? I've been finding Cubans to be way overpriced and overhyped. Yeah. That's still an understatement with how overpriced they are with the hyperinflation that's been going on. It's just crazy. It's crazy what they're charging for a single cigar. Like the Cohiba Robusto, I think like I saw a 3-pack, because like the little chipboard 3-pack boxes or Robustos you can get of those cigars. It's like $240 for 3 cigars. Robustos. No, it's just, come on. I don't care how good a cigar is. I'm not paying over almost $250 for 3 single cigars. It's just not going to happen. Because New World is so, like, you have so much more variety with New World cigars because they're not all puros like Cubans are. You get more variety. You get more unique flavors because of that. You get more, the quality control outside of Cuba is way better across the board, in my opinion. Like, Cubans know, like, they have a market that's going to buy their cigars no matter what, and they can charge whatever price they want to because they have that Cuban mystique that other cigars don't have, that cigars outside of Cuba have. And I think a lot answering SD's question about New World versus Cubans, but yeah, they're just, I think people internationally are finding out more and more, like, after giving New World cigars a chance, after having Cubans, like, oh, wait, these aren't Cubans, but these are damn good. And it's like, it's a tenth of the cost. What am I doing here buying a box of, like, Monitous for $1,000 or $700, whatever it is now?
Oh, yeah, 100%. No, I agree.
And their variety. You just get so much damn variety outside of Cuba.
I mean, with Cuba, you're always going to be smoking Cuban 100% tobacco, whereas with the rest of the world, the complexity, the amount of blending that you can do, it's all up to the creator, right?
Yeah.
So the monster stuff, the Halloween stuff, right? I did a full video where I kind of got into this a little bit. It's like a 20-minute video back the first year that I had the channel in 2021. So you have to dig through a little bit. But if you go to the Frank videos, essentially, that I have on the channel, Kurt, you can see a decent run through of everything. Because I have some of the old boxes. Like, this is the original face box up here in the brown. And then the Drac box from last year in the red. But I started Tatuaje. Well, there goes Saquon. Nice run. Tatuaje was like one of my major New World brands. It was right as I was transitioning out of only smoking a lot of Cuban cigars with a couple of Fuentes and Padrones in 2006 to Tatuaje, Room 101, and Illusione as like my my other New World brands outside of Fuente and Padron. So in 2008, Tatuaje did this special retailers like thing. Saquon again, bro. Ooh, go Saquon. Sorry, can't help myself.
Just trucking. I'll see it in 30 seconds.
Dude, it's a thing of beauty. And that's another thing that Daniel Jones hasn't had for the last couple of games has been this dude right here. Not that they used him properly in the first 2 games, but I mean, that comeback against Arizona, that was on the back of Saquon big time in the second half. So, anyway, getting back to it, 2008 comes around, and for 13 special retailers, they were going to make a Halloween-themed cigar, which ended up being the Frank, right? And it was going to be sold in boxes of 13 at $169 MSRP. So $13 a stick, 13 unlucky retailers, the Frank. And it was utilizing what Tatuaje was known for, which was a Connecticut broadleaf blend. So the idea behind it with the coffin presentation and the blood splatters and making it off of a monster was that every year for Halloween they would have like a signature limited release, and they would be able to pick just 13 specific retailers to actually share it with. And there was a ton of hype around it. There were obviously a lot of places that sold out of it very quick because it was exclusive just to those shops. And it was back before a lot of shops were online. So you had to call and like try to reserve a various store if you lived in Vegas and you didn't have a shop that had one. And I just think that it was great marketing. It was also for $13 a stick, you got a double Corona in the Frank to kick it off. Like that was a great value even back then.
And you got to give them props for keeping the same price. Not changing that 13.
Yeah. I mean, back then it wasn't. It still wasn't a super premium price point. And as the prices have increased over the last since 2008, that's 15 years. Like they're still $13 for that limited edition stick. And
as we're finding out, even with this one, the quality's there. They're not putting out junk.
Nope. Certainly not. So that's like a little bit of the backstory is that, you have all these different monsters that come out each year, different sizes, different blends. And it's obviously increased in the amount. Damn, Saquon is a man possessed right now.
He wants that TD, dude.
Dude, he's scored in every game he's played so far, which has been 2. So,
yeah.
Alrighty, so we got all the Giants stuff. We addressed that. Hopefully that sums it up pretty well. If you have any other questions, though, I mean, I've been collecting them since since 2008, so feel free. Yeah, I'm sure that you probably got a lot of that.
It's always the people who are like don't know anything about cigars getting into cigars who think like, oh, we hear the best cigars are Cubans. Let's see if this place sells Cubans, like behind the counter, like under the radar.
Yeah, like it's always about the unobtainable, right? So it's like, hey,
exactly.
You got that thing that nobody else can get.
Yeah. Dude, what are you doing, Gabriel?
Don't do that to yourself.
Bro.
Life's too short.
Come on, man. Yeah. Not a good cigar. Sorry, Alec Bradley. 3rd in inches. Ah, damn it.
Yeah, I don't know about that play call.
Yeah. Just freaking run it up the gut.
You ran the ball so well. And then you tried to get cute.
Yeah. Here comes a field goal unit.
Hey, if the final score is 9-7, I'll be okay with it. Once again,
True.
Calling that timeout with 30 seconds left, as I told the chat, okay?
And also continue to run the ball, eat up the clock. You don't allow the Bills to get into a rhythm.
Here's the craziest thing about this Giants team. The game that we lose to start the year off against them Cowboys, right?
Mm-hmm.
The very first drive, it was like 7 or 8 straight run plays. You get down there, the field goal gets blocked, it gets returned for a touchdown, and then it was like they just threw out the run because they were like, oh, we're going to get behind now, and we have to catch up. And then same thing against Arizona. The entire first half of that game, threw the run out the door, and like, it's not pretty. Nobody wants, in the passing league that it is now, to be considered the rushing team. Mm-hmm. But damn, bro, it's not pretty to be 1-5. Like, yeah. it's not pretty to have the first pick in the draft. Like, what do you want to do? You want to win football games, or do you want to be a passing team? Like, at the end of the day,
do what works for your team.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think that they were able to cover up a lot of blemishes last year because they leaned really heavily on Saquon. And what we found out at the beginning of this year is that Daniel Jones just can't do it by himself. You know, he can't.
No,
he's not that guy. The team. Yeah, he's not Mahomes. He's not Allen. He's not Herbert. He's not Burrow. And that should be clearly evident just by looking at his past history. But
yeah,
I think that they thought, hey, we're going to give him Waller. We're going to give him some weapons. Maybe he can turn into that guy and take another step and give us this missing dimension. And he's just not that guy, at least not yet. And now you kind of have to go back to Saquon and be like, look, we didn't pay you the king's ransom, but damn it, we paid you a little bit, and we want to pay you again. Just help us out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay away from AB at all costs.
Very valuable insight there, Peter.
I mean, it's really hard, dude. You know, I work in the industry, man, and I don't have a bottle of it. You know, it's like asking how to get Pappy Van Winkle. You know, a lot of it just comes down to luck and knowing people. That's really it. I would say that other states, and I think that SD commented, yeah, get to know the guy at the liquor store and see if they're willing to sell it. I mean, like, the thing is, if anybody gets it, the chances are that they're going to mark it up tremendously. So it comes down to, like, what are you willing to pay for the experience, you know? And, I mean, I've been fortunate enough to try 107, just like I have the video with all the Pappies in it. And that was something that somebody had given to me to try out for the channel. And, I mean, they're good. Some of them are really good. But are they worth thousands and thousands of dollars? No. They're just not.
Nah.
That's like somebody asked me on the channel, they were like, they commented on the Cohiba Bahiki review, and they were like, so what are some other good sticks in the $300 to $500-ish range?
Okay. Well, I could think of the Oro, the Davidoff, that's like $500 a piece.
But is it really good?
Which I've never had.
Yeah, I never had it.
Yeah. You're not thinking about any cigars that are good in that price range. You're just thinking about cigars that are in that price range, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, firstly, I don't recommend any cigars in that price range because it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like DJ was talking about just a couple of nights ago, you know, people that pay on the secondary market and even at retail shops, quadruple, 10 times MSRP for some of these sticks, they're the ones that are keeping the prices at that level. You know, when somebody's going out and spending $45, $50 for a Fuente Rare Pink at their local V&M, there's a problem there because it's not teaching the retailer to do anything different. And I think that bourbon as a whole has had that happen with Total Wines and Bevmos and all of these stores that,
Yes.
you know.
Damn. Damn it.
Yeah, he got out, but there's a holding. Oh, it's against us. Damn it. That's not good. Defensive holding? Come on, Adori. But like all of these retail shops that sell bourbon that just price gouge the hell out of these bottles. It's like you're not teaching them anything by going there and spending that money on it. And granted, they can hold on to it. They can hold on to it and wait for that one whale to go in there and drop that cash, and that's fine. But if there weren't people willing to spend $75, $50 to enter into a sweepstakes to win a bottle, you wouldn't have all these crazy price gouges. Because think about it. If they have a bottle of Pappy and they say, okay, you know, sweepstakes, $75 gets you into the raffle, and 100 people do that.
Yeah.
How much money did they just make back, you know? Like,
exactly. I see MC Raiders in the chat. What's going on, MC? Raiders. That's a Chiefs fan doing it for my buddy there. That guy's funny as fuck, man. His Instagram and TikTok videos are so fucking hilarious. He just like dogs on like whatever opponent he's facing that week. He just dogs on him hard. Nice.
I like it.
I dig that. They're funny. I look forward to whenever we face off and see what he does for Chiefs fans. I know he's going to incorporate Taylor Swift for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it writes itself.
I have to follow him on TikTok.
Hey, Pan's in the chat.
Hey, Pan, I thought that you'd be asleep, buddy. You just wake up?
Pan the man.
I guess we did.
Dude.
We have hit almost 3 hours. Sorry.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not a big Caldwell guy. I haven't had a lot of good luck with Caldwells.
I like the pepper cream soda.
That's a lost and found though.
Yeah.
It does have obviously Robert Caldwell's involved, but you know it's not like a core Caldwell blend.
For sure.
The Long Live the Queen, I wasn't a fan. It wasn't awful, but I didn't like it that much. Just way too damn salty. MC says, you know it. Oh yeah. It's going to be some funny shit. I'm sure it'll be funny.
The question's going to be, is he going to sing like Taylor Swift?
Hey, dude, bro can sing. He's fucking, oh, yeah? He has a voice, dude. I don't know if he can sing like Taylor Swift, but the dude has some pipes, man. He's sung for multiple videos so far.
Nice.
He's entertaining. And yeah, check out anybody who's a Raiders fan, especially check out his channel. He's funny as hell. MC Raider on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. Check him out.
The last 2/3, pretty good. It's going to age well. Nice. Good to hear.
Is that a predominantly Dominican blend? Nicaraguan? Because with La Alianza, you never know. You know, Dominican factory that uses a lot of other types of tobaccos.
I believe that it was I want to say, yeah, I don't recall what I smoked yesterday. That's sad.
Yeah. Let's hey, have you? Because I saw Jono's release a view of the new Roma Craft that's made at La Alianza.
Mm-hmm.
Have you gotten any of those or tried them yet?
That is the Quinqua.
It's some weird fucking name for like 50th, something like that. 50th
Yeah.
birthday for Skip.
It's like Latin for 50 or whatever. Quinqua Formaggio or whatever.
Hey, if I don't do that review, the only reason I don't do it is because I don't know how the fuck to pronounce it.
Well, I have put it in because I bought two. So I have two in the Humi. And I typed it into like how to pronounce this word. And it was like really super easy once you heard it. But it doesn't stick.
Like Why Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Like El Wednesday. What's going on, Stick God Travels? Thanks for stopping by, man.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's Sumatran, right? Yeah.
Okay. Damn, that's a mix, man. Ecojoin C9 binder hybrid. That's weird. Fuck, man. They're beating up the clock too. The Bills.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's just ground and pound, man, between both teams. Hard fought.
Yeah. I think there's a chance that that they could win this with a field goal. That either team could win this with a field goal, depending on how much time's left whenever the Giants get the ball back.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, he caught that for a touchdown. That's incredible, man. I thought that was getting picked. It's a great catch. Well, can't win with a field goal now.
Nope. Of course, the last two drives the Bills have it. They score touchdowns. Hey, but still, plenty of time left on the clock.
Yeah. Oh, it was the guy that got the non-contact injury, Dane Belton.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Well, wasn't that bad of an injury apparently?
Apparently not. He just forgot how to check back to the QB. Got lost in the coverage.
Yeah.
It's a tight throw. I mean, all I ask from the team is just to be competitive. That's all. I don't mind having the first pick in the draft. I mean, the Bears are going to keep that because they got it from whomever, but I don't mind having the second pick in the draft.
Good. You did yourself a favor, Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
Toss that turd. That was one of the worst cigars I've had all year, the Black Market.
I have that double broadleaf or whatever that I have to smoke.
Hey, that wasn't a bad cigar.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to smoke that bad boy.
It's an Alec Bradley. So, you're just... You could be walking into a freaking, a big trap there. Yeah, I can see the Broncos losing out for sure. They're not looking good.
What has been that problem with Denver?
It's just organizationally. They don't know how to win without a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback. And I mean, Russell Wilson he will be in the Hall of Fame for sure, but we're seeing now that it's, Russell Wilson, he didn't inherit that great of a team like, Peyton did when he went to the Broncos. They had an all-time defense when Peyton went over in 2015 or whatever.
See, my whole entire thing is that I don't know if I would consider Russell Wilson a Hall of Famer. I think that he's
has he won one or two? Has he won one or two?
Well, I mean, he threw the pick that lost them that game against the Patriots that he should have won.
He should have won. So he's won one for sure.
He's won one for sure, but I mean, that was when their defense was the Legion of Boom.
Legion of Boom, exactly.
And
also, if you look at it,
and he had Marshawn Lynch in his prime.
Yeah, and Peyton Manning's all-time Hall of Famer. He'd be top 5 quarterbacks of all time. Russell Wilson, top 20 quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah, I mean, he's only won one Super Bowl. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can safely say that he's a Hall of Famer. I don't even know if he was on track.
Here's the thing. If he stayed with Pete Carroll, because obviously Pete Carroll knows how to run a damn good team. They went far with Geno Smith last year. And they're competitive no matter what. So, as we're seeing, like, it's kind of the opposite of what happened with Brady and Belichick. Like, when Brady and Belichick split, we saw, like, not because of Brady, but they can't win without Brady. And then the Patriots can't win consistently without Brady. With the Seahawks, we're seeing, like, they made a good combo, Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll, but they could still win a considerable amount of games without Russell Wilson. Whereas Russell Wilson can't fucking steal a win outside of Pete Carroll. With Sean Payton, he was a respectable coach.
Yeah. No, I mean, he definitely was always, it seemed, competitive far more with the Seahawks than with the Broncos. It's just one of those where I feel like Pete Carroll just did a better job of putting together the pieces that, his QB would thrive off of and building up the teams.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there was a decent amount of talent in the wide receiving room. They had good running backs in Denver. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. It's funny with that. One of your bombs finds my doorstep in Oklahoma. It wouldn't be that sad. The whole sentence sounds kind of weird. And he says FBI.
Shit, that's funny. I know you like the Kasakuba, Michael.
I do. I have a Kasakuba shark to review as well come next month.
Ooh, dope. Beautiful, man. That'll be a good one to try.
I'm looking forward to that. I had never seen one before.
I had no idea they existed.
Nope. All righty, Giants fans. 3 minutes left. Need a touchdown. Can't take field goals. Once again, the clock at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
The Broncos doesn't fit his palate. Yeah.
Very, very accurate. He doesn't have a palate for Denver.
Yeah, and I mean, I was always a Russell Wilson fan. He was my fantasy quarterback a couple of years in a row, too, because he was always a stud, and put up great numbers. Had a beautiful deep ball, very accurate. But as far as Hall of Fame, man, I don't know if I can put him there. Had he have won that Super Bowl against the Patriots and lamented 2 Super Bowl wins, one against the Patriots, then yeah.
If you win 2 Super Bowls, you have to be in a strong conversation for the Hall of Fame.
Agreed.
Like Eli. Yep. He's a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame. Doesn't matter what happened in the last 5 years of his career. He's a Hall of Famer.
Well, I always equate it this way, and Patriot fans. We had a bad connection there for a sec. So I apologize in Patriots fans. Looks like the stream went a little bit lag.
Are we back?
Are we back?
You're blurry, but I can see you now.
Just...
Okay, now you're getting clear again. It's coming back, Michael.
We're getting clear again? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Power surge or something. So I apologize in advance. First down, Giants. That's what it was. So I apologize in advance, Patriot fans, but I always put it like this. You cannot tell the story of the NFL without talking about the greatest quarterback potentially that ever played the game in Tom Brady. And you sure as hell cannot tell Tom Brady's story without talking about Eli Manning. So for that very reason, he's a Hall of Famer.
For taking down the king twice.
Yeah.
Damn, they kept him in bounds.
Mm-hmm. That's okay, though.
Then you get one more play before the 2-minute warning.
The clock is not our enemy until it gets under a minute.
True. True.
Oh man, and they tried to catch him with a cute little run, man, and yeah, they ain't falling for it.
Fuck. No. Is Saquon? He's a decent pass catcher, right?
I think that he's underrated as a actual pass catcher. What he isn't is he is not the route runner that somebody like a Christian McCaffrey is.
Well, I'm saying like they need, in my opinion, they should do more screens to Saquon, set him up for that.
You know, it's one of those where you really don't know why they don't. I guess that when you have a line that's as porous as the Giants, it would make sense for the over pursue part of it. Like the pass rush is going to get there anyway. Let them over pursue. Let Saquon leak out, you know, and get behind all of his blockers in a different way. Yeah. It's something that they really haven't mixed a lot in his career. I think that Pat Shurmur, when he was the head coach for those couple of seasons, I saw it the most. And then Joe Judge came in and they completely forgot about it. Brian Daboll doesn't seem to incorporate it as much. But Brian Daboll really didn't utilize his running backs well when he was in Buffalo. Like it was between Zach Moss, Devin Singletary, all the running backs that they had, it was like they still would just let Josh Allen take off with the football. Yeah.
Scramble.
If they did run the ball in Buffalo, it was just to keep the defense honest. Somewhat, right?
True, yeah.
And I think that having a different skill set with Daniel Jones, one that isn't capable of really delivering down the field with precision. Mm-hmm. Also, he doesn't really have that same mentality that Josh Allen has where he's just going to throw it up and have his guy make a play. Mm-hmm. You know, Jones is much more conservative, and I think that that's another reason why he's taken so many sacks.
That's exactly why.
Yeah.
Next live will be next Saturday, I believe, October 21st, with the special guest, a surprise special guest.
It's gonna be a big surprise.
Mm-hmm. Come on, guys. 0 offensive touchdowns in the last 12 quarters. Fuck.
Since game 2.
Come on. They got to change that right now.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Tyrod. Run the 2-minute drill, buddy. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Wow. Free rusher almost. Bombs it. They're not going to call pass interference.
God damn it. It wasn't catchable.
No. Hyatt kind of overran it.
God damn. Hey, you got to give it to Tyrod for getting it out there.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't likely at all, but still.
He took a shot too, man.
Mm-hmm.
They had that guy coming off the edge. Yeesh.
All right. 4th and 8. They got to go for it.
You know, I think that the final third on this finishes up a little bit better than the OG one. Okay. I don't know, because it was kind of like right here where it started to take a step back too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm like towards the beginning of the final third right now. It's the pepper's ramping up at this point for me.
Yeah. That's for sure. It's
there's still enough sweetness. There's still enough sweetness to make it an overall enjoyable cigar still. But it's getting robust.
Yeah. All right, 4th and 9, 4th and 8, 4th and 8. This is where having Darren Waller do his best Travis Kelce impersonation would be great.
Yes.
Tyrod throwing it down the sideline to Slayton, and he dropped it. That's going to be the ball game. Well, I mean, we got 3 timeouts, but they're already in field goal range, so that's not too good of a look.
Gosh. Hey, sick helmets at least, Michael.
Hey, the helmets are beautiful. Helmets are absolutely beautiful.
He had it. He didn't have it that well, but he could have caught that. I mean, it was so well defended. I can't give him too much shit.
Dude, I mean, he already caught 2 of them on that sideline this game. So, yeah. One that got called back for, well, actually, I think that Hyatt's got called back for the lineman downfield.
Yeah, ineligible receiver.
Mm-hmm. Silliness.
And we can confirm it is not Saka, Peter.
Yeah, sorry, Pete. Sorry to leave you hanging like that. It is not Saka. After Hound Dog goes on Cigars Daily one of these days, we'll get the Saka plug.
We'll be able to get him in. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll reel in the barracuda, the big fish, the white whale.
Yep.
Oh, boy. So what do you got planned for the week, man?
Actually, work as usual, but also going to a Death Cab for Cutie and Postal.
Internet.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Michael?
Kind of. It's a little broken up.
Are we back?
We are almost back.
Come on. Come on, Wi-Fi. Come on, Wi-Fi. You can do it.
Come on, baby.
All right.
There we go.
Are we back? I think we're back. I'm going to a Death Cab for Cutie and the Postal Service concert on Tuesday at the Hollywood Bowl.
Nice. I like Death Cab for Cutie.
Yeah, Death Cab.
Postal Service is good too.
They have the one album, but it's a fantastic album.
Yeah.
They're going to be playing the entirety of Transatlanticism along with the Postal Service album, back to back.
Dope.
Yeah. So that's and I haven't been to the Hollywood Bowl in probably like 9 years. So
very cool.
So it's gonna be a late night for the old Hound Dog on Tuesday. That's for damn sure. You know how I am with staying out late, especially on weekdays.
It's not a bad thing, man. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, and plus I'm definitely gonna take Wednesday morning off, going a little bit later.
Give yourself some time to recover.
Yeah, and not like crash my car going into work from being deprived of sleep. Yeah, we anticipate probably getting back around 12:30 at night. So we'll see. Because they have a system where, because parking at the Hollywood Bowl is so horrendous, they have a system or a service where you like go to a mall that's in is it Westminster? It's somewhere like outside of LA. Go to a mall to where you park your car and then you take a bus the rest of the way to the Hollywood Bowl.
Makes sense.
So you don't have to worry about parking. So yeah, we'll do that. It's obviously going to take more time because of that, but not dealing with the stress of finding parking and then like walking like 5 miles, to the Hollywood Bowl. That'll be the biggest reason why.
For sure.
Anything going on with your week, Michael? Just busy work?
Yeah, busy work. We're halfway through the month. We just had our general sales meeting. So I have a couple of buyers that I have to visit, some people that left and some new people established. So just about, getting the delivery dates and the order times and everything like that to make sure that we're all on the same page. And then sampling some new products that we have, going over football programming, and we have F1 now at the doorstep. So, it's one of those things where just making sure that all the programming is set, everything looks good for the end of the month, beginning of next month, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They threw it on third down and it was incomplete. So now they got to kick the field goal and they stop the clock for us. That's great. That's about as good as you can get it.
And there's a chance they could miss the field goal.
Yeah, there is a chance. I mean, he's already hooked one, and we know how these Bills-Giants games go. A little late, but when you were talking about overpaying for bourbon and cigars, I went to the lounge outside Indianapolis, and they were charging 95 bones for a Testino Al Siglo and only had 3 left. That's, that's us just reinforcing bad behavior is what it is.
God damn. And that's like not, it's
And
Indiana.
he missed the field goal.
Yes.
There we go, boys. Let's go,
53-yard
boys.
attempt.
Let's go, boys. Wide right.
Oh,
I've seen this movie before.
And still plenty of time. You guys have 1 timeout left. That's something.
Yeah. Had they not have thrown it on third down, they could have taken that timeout.
Yeah. Exactly. God. Ooh, just missed it too. All right.
Saquon's like, I'm ready.
Again.
We got a game again, boys. Let's do this. All right, at the 40.
Saquon. It's like, oh my God.
Rub the lucky Eli jersey.
There you go. Somebody rubbed my Dable's head.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's positive yardage. That's something. And
It's
out of bounds.
1 positive yard.
Hey, yeah, Dable's not melting down, so that's good.
Mm-hmm. There you go. I like Wandale, man. Number 17. He's got some spunk to him. Tyrod's hurt. Tyrod's hurting. Either that or he's cold. It can't be that cold. Is it that cold in Buffalo right now?
It can't be that cold right now.
There you go.
I'm thinking
down,
probably
out of bounds.
40s.
See, like that's really what you need Saquon to do is just find a spot. Yeah, we were buffering pretty heavy, Kenny. We were buffering. 50 for a Don Carlos at my local B&M in Cali, so it's hard to find. Yeah.
And it's good to support your local B&M, but that's, you're overpaying for that cigar. It is what it is.
And it's hard when the local brick and mortar is charging a ton and then they're not available online or anywhere else for you to really get them,
Yeah.
Sucks.
All right, we got to drive here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a yawner. I know my yawning too well. Come on, guys.
Got to get up and onto the line of scrimmage. Or wait, what? They just called it incomplete. Oh. No. They took a timeout. Okay.
It's like can't really talk about much else right now with the game going on.
Yeah.
Damn.
Alrighty, 3rd and 1. I mean, you could if you wanted to. You could if you were prepared for it. You could hand off to Saquon. You could. I'm not saying that that's what you should do, but you could.
You could.
Four verts with an under route. I get it. That's probably what's going to happen, but
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And good night, God bless to USD.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for hanging out with us, SD.
God damn. Okay, got the first down. Get the fucking line. Spike the ball.
Mm-hmm. I think first down, you could just take a shot here.
Might as well.
Sidelines have been open. Like, you're probably going to get some, like, two-man under kind of coverage. I mean, could try to hit a corner route.
Yeah.
You got two high safeties. Yep. Just a little light corner route. Third down again. They're going to give it to you. Might as well take it.
Take it.
You just can't get sacked. That's the only thing.
Do not get sacked.
That's the only thing.
Come on, Tyrod.
That's way too much time to get no yards, man. Fourth down. Saquon's a little gassed. Alrighty, Tyrod. Here's the game right here, bro.
Fourth and 5.
Nice pass. You got to get up, though. You got to spike it. Hurry up. Get him in line, Tyrod. Got 10 seconds left.
Whew. Tyrod was pumped there.
Yeah, he was, man. He hung in there.
Yep. Okay, you could get at least 2 plays off in 9 seconds.
Yeah, for sure. I like Hyatt coming down, man, getting ready to take that hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you draft him. Got to make plays.
Hold on.
Competitive, Matt. Competitive. It's the key.
You can tell the rest of the chat's watching the game too, so nobody's talking.
Yeah.
We're background noise. We're okay with that. Nah, dude, it's a phenomenal cigar. I love that cigar, but it's not worth half that in my opinion. I'd pay maybe $35 for that cigar. Probably close to MSRP.
For sure. Mm-mm.
I'm rooting for you, Michael.
Hey, man, we got a couple of shots, hopefully.
Yep.
Crazier things have happened. Let's do this.
Hey, 15 minutes ago, we didn't think we'd be here, so.
Nope. Tyrod gonna take it himself? Okay, now you got one shot.
Yeah.
A little closer. Man, that's ballsy. That's ballsy as fuck, man. I'm not gonna lie. That's some ballsy shit.
Dave likes it. Dave all liked it.
You got Saquon lined up with nobody around. Bill's another timeout. Ugh. You know that uneasy feeling that you get in your stomach?
I hate it. I have it right now for you.
You know that uneasy feeling that you get in your stomach? I'm just happy that we kept it close, we kept it competitive, played a good game, and that we're here. with an opportunity to win it. I'll take that. But it'd be really cool if you throw a touchdown right now, Tyrod. Let's do this. Oh, what is that? What is that?
Okay, we got a flag. We got a flag.
Are we gonna call holding? Pass interference on the defense? Oh shit! Oh boy! Oh boy!
Okay, Michael. So they're gonna be at pretty much at the 1 yard line, right?
Saquon over the top. Got to do it. Saquon over the top. You got to.
You got to. It's the last
that's
play
a hold.
of the game.
That's a hold, ladies and gentlemen. That is a hold. Saquon over the top. Let's go. You got to do it.
For sure.
You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. Send Saquon over the top right now. Oh, come the fuck on. You got to be kidding me. You threw the ball. God damn. Get out of here. I mean, I love Darren Waller, but bro.
I'm sorry, Michael. That all happened so quick, too.
Run the ball. Run the ball.
Run the damn ball.
You're on the 1 yard line. Give it to Saquon, bro.
Woof, woof. Yeah, that's a woofer right there.
Oh, man. Tell me that there were like 3 open players besides Darren Waller, too. No, not really. That was just for Darren Waller. How is that not? I mean,
dude, he was holding him.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's hard to get the same call twice. That's pretty blatant, but. Yeah, Marshawn Lynch flashbacks. Yes, thank you, bro. Just give Saquon. Why are you overthinking it? Just give Saquon the ball. If he gets stuffed, he gets stuffed. It's all good. It's the right call. You're right there at the 1 yard line.
He's your best asset. Use your best asset. Use your best player. Let him win or lose the game.
I remember a game against the Cowboys. I think it was 2 years ago, maybe, where he went over the top and like extended the ball and they knocked it out of his hand, but he had already crossed the plane. And I mean, it was beautiful. It was like photo-esque worthy. It exists on the internet. I'm sure I can find it, but like, just do that. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be crazy.
They got too cute with it, dude.
Yep.
So, okay, here's a good question for you. If knowing what Dayball did last year, getting the Giants to the playoffs, winning a playoff game, if this season continues to go the trajectory it's currently going in, which is, not a good trajectory, does he get a third year?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Okay.
100%. Like, what Giants fans have to remember and what football fans have to remember about the Giants is that even though we've sucked for a long time, so there was this one against the Saints. Sorry, I'm finding all these photos now for everybody in the chat, so you guys can now see all of these for those of you that forgot. Yeah. And this will be funny. All right, let's oops, cancel that. Let's present slides, your computer, upload a file. Oh, that's not for photos. Okay, hold on here. Let me just open these up. Actually, I can share the tab. Can I do that? So share screen, and we're going to, okay. So you type in Saquon goal line touchdown, bros. All right. You got the Saints one. You got the Cowboys. You got a different angle of the Cowboys one where it looks like he's short, but trust me, it was a touchdown before they knocked it
Trust
out.
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You give the ball to Saquon on the goal line, let him go over the top. So anyway, what I feel like everybody has to remember is when Dayball and everybody took over the team, there were a lot of bad contracts because they were trying to get a whole bunch of players in 2016 to give Eli one final push. Those contracts, you know, they had a lot of players that didn't pan out. And realistically, Joe Shane and Dable have only had one draft class, like realistically one draft class where they've had picks that they could go to the table with. Next year, they're going to have more picks, less dead money, going to be able to get more talent. And Daniel Jones wasn't their quarterback. They didn't choose Daniel Jones. Now, sure, by paying him what they paid him, they made a stand. They made a choice.
Yeah. They made him their quarterback.
They made him their quarterback, but they didn't draft Daniel Jones. They didn't come in with Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
And I think that with what they had to work with last year, they weren't going to be able to go out and get a CJ Stroud or an Anthony Richardson or a Bryce Young, any of those players, right? Because you didn't have the capital and the equity to be able to move up and grab them.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially because they in my opinion, they overachieved last year so well that they drafted a lot high. They drafted a lot later than they were imagining they were going to with those picks.
Yeah.
So, sorry, headphone just went out.
I'm sorry, Michael. I'm sorry, dude. Can you hear? Can you hear now?
Yeah, I can hear.
I'm sorry, dude.
I can hear you.
It's like
about what?
It's the fucking game, dude. They should. I don't know, man. Like you said, they should have been given to Barkley. And like, if anything, it makes the Bills look that much more beatable. This game, like they put up 14 points the two last drives of the game that they had. You know, it's not a good look for either team, and it's not a good look. It's not a good look for the last decision that the Giants made, not giving it to Barkley and not scoring touchdowns the last like 12 quarters.
I think that Dayball has had a lot of questionable calls, and I think that that's really like the biggest knock on him has been the time management, how underprepared the team has been, penalties, different things like that. And hey,
I'm not a fan of like, you know, ticky-tacky penalties, and you know, I'm a fan of like letting the players play the game. But if you're going to play by the standards that they set, that is pass interference. Like I don't agree that they shouldn't have thrown it to Waller to begin with. They should have ran Barkley, but that is fucking PI. Like, come on.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. But you know, you're only going to get the call so many times. Granted, it was 2 times in a row. It's just one of those where I feel like with going back to the Dayball thing, like it's one of those where a coach is damned if they do, damned if they don't kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we just got done espousing how much we appreciated Pete Carroll in building a team and this, that, and the other thing. Russell Wilson possibly being on the Hall of Fame, you know, doorstep. I mean, who made the call in Seattle that year to not give Marshawn Lynch the ball? You know, like
exactly.
Whoever it is, their Hall of Fame worthiness is definitely in question for that. So
for that one call.
And it's Yeah, and I agree. It's never good when your head coach is constantly yelling at your QB every single game. Absolutely. But
It's not a good
I
look.
I think that that's also because of the fact that you're now 6 games in. You're now 6 games in, and they're still making the same mistakes. Some of them even worse than they were making at the beginning of the year. Like, as a
You
coach,
think they'd learn?
You're looking for your players to progress. You're looking for them to take a step. And I feel like one of the reasons why they structured the offense the way that they did was because they were hoping for Daniel Jones to make a jump this year. And they were hoping that they would be able to let go Saquon at the end of the year and get rid of his contract once and for all. That's why they put the games in Jones's hands in the beginning of the year to see.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? If he's not the guy, it's all right. After next year, we can get away from that too. But at a certain point, you have to figure out if it's going to be the long-term solution or not.
Yeah. Got to pull the Band-Aid off some point.
Yeah, and the shitty thing about it the most is that I'm one of those people that I've been a big Saquon fan. I wish that it was a different situation with running backs in the league right now, but it's not. And I would also, like, if we drafted a quarterback next year in the draft to learn from Daniel Jones and grow into the starter the following year after they can get rid of Daniel Jones's second-year option on his contract. If we did that, I would still like to keep Saquon around for that young QB. Like, give Saquon a 2-year deal with 14, 15 million. I would still be cool with that because I think that Saquon possesses like a great option for a young quarterback to work off of, like with Tyrod tonight too. Tyrod being a veteran in the league, but at least having Saquon to keep the defense legitimate the whole night. You know, it's still a better player to have than to cut. And if you're not going to get much capital for him anyway, I mean, if you can afford it.
True. Thanks for stopping by, Pan.
Yeah, Pan. That's not your guy, pal. Yeah, it probably isn't, man. It probably isn't. But, you know, it's one of those things where they made the commitment to Daniel Jones. You got to ride the wave.
Yeah. Dude. Well, Michael, I think we're good for 3.5 hours in. For two guys, man. 3.5 hours. I mean, not like Keelan, one-man show for 5 hours, but, you know, that's all-time shit.
Yeah, that's incredible, man. So I don't know if I can do a live stream by myself for 5 hours.
I couldn't do it. Well, if I'm smoking like a really awful cigar, maybe. Just because it would be like, you know,
entertaining,
like a snuff. Yeah, it'd be entertaining, but I wouldn't want to do that for 5 hours.
Right.
So yeah, but yeah, I think we put for a Sunday evening, Sunday night, watching your team lose. Unfortunately,
hey, they were winning though.
They were winning for most of the game, which is fucked.
I had people texting me earlier today that they thought that they were going to lose by 30.
Not the case. Not the case. Put up a valiant fight.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate you for hanging out with me throughout the the festivities and all of you in the chat, man. Black Market is your cigar for the hands.
Yeah, that's an ass cigar, dude.
Oh, yeah, man. Definitely, Pete. I think that we might have one open spot, too, for the stream next week.
Yeah, because John's not going to be able to make it.
Yeah, he's got his anniversary.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's his anniversary weekend with him and his wife.
Awesome sauce. Well, thanks again, bruh, for hanging out, and thank you guys for sharing in the fun. Hey, at least we were winning for the first half. That's something that we will remember.
Hey, man, that was something special for the time it lasted.
The hour and a half that it lasted.
Exactly.
But I'll catch up with you during the week, brother.
All right, man. We'll be talking.
Yeah, man. Later, everybody. Thanks again. See you all
See ya.
Saturday.
See you guys.